Did you crawl out from the ashes just to see that holy light? Did the devil make you do it? Was your freedom justified? Why don't you go on home? 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 Gonna see it again, I'm gonna see it again, I'm gonna see it again, I'm gonna see it. can't seem to find no way out of here. But maybe I'm not even trying.
Side by side is mirror. You play with the bottom here. Stay with the bottom. Big wreck in your mirror. Big wreck in your mirror. Oh no! Oh my God! That looks awful.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TARNATION TV, the place to be when you want to look at stuff on YouTube. We're at the All-Star Racing League this evening. The Premier Superspeedway Series here at Talladega. This is race number 5. We're already more than about halfway through this thing. So, or no, is this? Brian,
Yeah.
You have to correct me. I think it's a 10 race season.
It is indeed.
That's it. We're halfway through it today. This is race number 5, so this is cool. We got, of course, very unique point structure, keeping everything super, super tight. We'll talk about that in a minute. Of course, as I said before, my name is Blaine Donlin, joined with Brian Wolf and Rod Weston. How are you, buddy?
I am good. I tell you what, back here at ASR, I gotta love doing this for these guys. And points Jacob, boy, I tell you what, I figured that Randy Waugh would probably have the lead when it coming back to it. Nope, Denny Carroll up there to 2 points above Randy Waugh. Dante Ritchie is back there in third, 12 behind. Doug Hillick, 18 behind, and Billy L. Iser, sorry I said that wrong, is 19 behind. So we'll have to see how the points shake up tonight. Brian, take it away.
Outstanding. Yeah, I mean, ASR really picked up the ball and ran with it on this one, man. Saturday nights is, ASR is the place to be. This thing has gained so much traction over there, and we haven't really put out any new promos or really advertising or anything for it. But man, we're looking at more than 30 tonight, and we started off at the beginning of the series, like you talked about before, Blaine, with we were averaging 25, 30, but now we're up in the 35s, and we're probably going to have a record number tonight going into race number 5, and the points have shaken out even better than we could have hoped for, because it's close, and we are halfway through, so still got a lot of racing to go, but now is the time to go for some of these guys.
I think it's got a lot to do too with your numbers. Like, you don't need to advertise too much, I don't believe, because there's so many different leagues represented here. From like all the different names we've got in these things, it's like everybody just tells everybody else, like, hey man, you should come try this thing on Saturday, because there's a lot of places to race in this old sim of ours, and people
definitely
love the old Talladega.
Yeah, you watch a lot of the different times that leagues that run different tracks. You maybe get 20 per week or whatever, and all of a sudden, Daytona or Talladega comes up, and you almost double the amount. So a lot of people love these super speedway races.
Oh, absolutely, man! It's been so much fun, and it's been a lot of fun being up here with you guys. I mean, word of mouth in this sim racing business can be your best friend, or it can be your worst enemy sometimes. But we haven't really needed any of that. I mean, we don't ask for donations here. Our main sponsor, Bryant Motorsports, along with Dave Chin and the league itself. What happened to Rod?
That's an excellent question. I don't know.
He left us. He left us.
To go get Billy.
Okay, so yeah, we wanted to, we're trying some new innovative things, and for our league here, and we'd be remiss if we didn't thank our sponsors, Dave Chin along with Bryant Motorsports and the league itself, All Stars Racing. They really named this place right, especially for our Saturday night series here. Because we've wrapped our arms around this whole thing, and now we're just so pleased with the reaction and the fun we've been having. And speaking of new stuff, we started this driver spotlight tonight, and tonight we brought up Billy Ellisor, and I'm going to let Rod take it from there.
It should be on the broadcast. It got your age up there already, I think, and where you're from, but.
Are you guys just, sorry to interrupt, can you go for a drive, Billy, so we can highlight the car on track, or are you guys in a driver meeting right now?
No, they're on track. Billy, yeah, if you want to just get on pit road or whatever so we can focus on your paint scheme.
Oh, there we go. I had to make my screen bigger. Awesome. That's me forgetting how to use the, Anyway, let her rip whenever you're ready there, Rod. Sorry to interrupt.
You gotta love it when it's something live, right?
It wasn't live, exactly.
I know, but Billy, where do you hail from? I guess it'd be the first question.
Lexington, South Carolina.
Oh, good. Nice. Okay. And then, how old are you?
83.
83 years young, still out here doing this and running very competitively. That's fairly awesome. How many?
Doing it now for 23 years, I guess.
That's awesome. How many years? So I was just going to say, you entered the next one. How many years of racing online have you done? Should be about 23 years. And a lot of people want to know, what racing wheel do you use?
What was that question?
What racing wheel do you use?
Oh, I have a G923.
Oh, nice. Okay, so the next thing is it's a Flintstones car that you run tonight, correct?
Flintstone.
Yeah, so why is it?
Wow.
Yeah, so why is the car first off the number 26, and why do we have the Flintstone sponsorship on there?
I love that, by the way.
Excuse me. I have 3 kids, okay? And they all grew up when the Flintstone was popular on TV, okay? And I would usually sit down and watch it with them.
Okay, and then the number 26 is, what is the purpose of that? Something that you just ended up getting, or
I just ended up getting a 26.
Okay, and then have you had any real life racing experience?
No, I do not.
Okay, so there you go. I mean, that just gives you a little bit of a spotlight on Billy Ellisor, one of our older gentlemen out here that's still very, very competitive, and you do real well at the Superspeedway stuff. So. Good luck on that, bud.
Yeah, I approached Billy earlier today about this driver spotlight thing, and one of the reasons I chose him to do this especially is because, man, Billy and I have been racing together for quite a while now, and I was just so pleased to see him up there in the point standings in this series, man, because we've just had a ball racing together over. I can't even remember what it was, Billy. If you raced back with TDR and them. That
was a long time ago.
Yeah. So I mean, I've been knowing Billy and racing against him for probably at least 10 years, I would say. So, man, it's wonderful to have you here on Saturday nights, man. Still at it. It's awesome.
You, this race we just had, that brought back lots of memories.
Yeah, it did. It did for me too. Yeah, in fact,
I battled you a lot of times, brother.
Yeah, it was fun. We worked well together just here in the sprint race just a few minutes ago. It was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Yeah, still currently in 5th in points right now. After tonight will be the halfway point. With any luck tonight, you'll move up a little higher, and it'd be really nice to see you take that championship, bud.
And hopefully we won't see your car like what it looks like now. These guys are beating him up out here.
I see that.
Yeah, I believe we can fix that though.
Unload the backup car and go out there and show them boys what it's all about, right?
There you go.
Thanks for being with us, Billy, man. We appreciate you, brother.
All right, buddy. Good seeing you guys. Y'all take care.
Well, good luck. Good luck.
Thanks,
tonight,
Billy. Good luck.
Bye.
Ulysses Sandoval responsible for all that damage.
Yeah, I'll be watching him though. I mean, he's one to watch for. Billy, I mean, I've never really known him to get a ton of camera time throughout the last few years, man. But man, he's on a roll here lately.
Yeah, I think he's been up as high as third in the points this season.
Yeah.
And just really a model of consistency. He's not gone out there and really just set the world on fire, but he stayed out of a lot of the trouble and just kept pecking away at it. And hopefully, with any luck, he can just keep that up and maybe get himself up a little higher up on the points, and possibly that championship would be very, very cool.
Actually, the points are showing him in third right now. Yeah.
I was going.
So we're ready to kick this one off here, I think, in just a few minutes. I can't see a correct time on my end.
Looking at the points after 4 races on the website, so.
It's pretty cool, though. I think the driver spotlight thing is pretty neat, man. It's, let the viewers get to know these guys kind of like we know them. And Billy's one of those guys. I mean, he's kind of hard to describe, man. He's been so much fun to race with, but he's never been real aggressive, or I've never seen him, really butt heads with anybody, but he's always been real clean. And if a restaurant named a sandwich after him, and you went into that restaurant and you ordered the Billy Ellisor, you'd probably have to add a little salt to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've never known him to even really look at anybody else crooked.
And he's always, before he did the Flintstone car, he's always been in a Quaker State car.
Yeah.
And basically he took the old 26 from, back in the day and ran that for the longest time that I can remember. And then this season he switched over to the Flintstone car, which is kind of cool. When you got kids and growing up, that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that was I thought about that after he said that too, when he said his kids grew up watching the Flintstones. That's kind of like our modern day Simpsons, or you know what I mean, to us that would be like the Simpsons, because that it used to be a primetime adult targeted audience for the Flintstones.
I think the Simpsons was, I think the what am I trying to say? Flintstones was the longest running cartoon in prime time, and The Simpsons dethroned it. And now The Simpsons been in prime time for 30, 40 years now. Like, I don't even know how long it's been in prime time, but it was the only show that took the Flintstones off that list. I can't believe The Simpsons been around so long. Crazy.
You know what, guys?
Flintstones is great, though.
You may have to lose me for a minute here. I don't know what's going on with my game. With my, with my screen. I'm not showing any qualifying times.
No, that's because they did random qual.
I'm not even showing a list.
Oh, that's weird. Dante Ritchie got the pole. Terry Bombard second. Steve Branstetter third. Chuck McClure is fourth. I look at that. I beat you guys to qualify. I got fifth, but that doesn't matter. That means that whole row will move up. Randy Waugh will be in sixth. Kelly Kaza will be in seventh. Ulysses Sandoval will be in eighth. Dennis McCarthy is in ninth. And Mike Mangialardi is going to be in 10th. Got Greg Lovell starting 11th. And mind you, everybody that's in the odd will go up some because of me being up there in the front. But then after Greg Lovell is Josh Metallic. The 13th is Tim Anderson and Doug Hewlett. Garland Oaks, John Godfrey, Rodney Sullins, Dennis Chambers, Billy Ellisor starts 19th tonight. Tom Hofstetter is 20th. Bobby Farrell, Nick Balzer, Robert B. Love, Ken Roberts, ASR Hub, Dave Little, Dan Stalinsky. I get Dan right. I think that's correct. Then there Blaine comes in, and then Denny Carroll, ASR, David Chin, Robert Spring, Chris Van Vliet, Mark Haglia, Chuck Taylor, Brian Wolf, and rounding out the field tonight is Cody Lamas.
Awesome. Good job. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if I could go out of my sim and come back, because I'm not showing like any stats or anything on my screen. I can see them on the track.
You were already qualified, so you should be able to jump out and jump back in.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were on that list that Rod was talking, so you should be able to quit and come back in, reset your game.
Yeah, I have no, on your tabs on the left there, where it says, race, you can go back and forth from qualifying to da-da-da-da.
Are you signed as an admin, though? If you're not signed in as an admin, you won't have it.
Oh boy, that could be it. I think I'm good enough with what I have here to remain. If it becomes a problem, then we'll look at it.
Yeah, once we go green, you'll be able to see it. I mean, as long as you can see the race.
I have a few new paint schemes out there. Greg Lovell decided he was running the 088. Tim Hospetter wanted that number, and so Greg Lovell graciously went to the 880, or the 880, yep, sorry. So he switched his number to let him keep that one.
That's a cool paint job, that Buffalo Bills thing, yeah. I think Knopfsker usually does run the 088, because then Wesley is the 88.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys like the 8s, but then they've got to...
Yeah. So David
going
Chin,
green.
88, and...
Dante Ricky brings him across the stripe.
The pace car driver tonight was Brian.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that. I'm so sorry. We chose as honorary pace car driver tonight my father, Robert Wolf.
Very nice.
He's always asking me about marriage. You racing tonight? You racing tonight? You know, he takes a little bit of an interest in it, and I thought it was pretty cool to have him be involved a little bit.
Yeah, he's just sitting there right now, not doing much by it. He's got that thing parked.
Well, when I told him about it earlier too, he did say, he goes, well, you can tell them guys I'm going to run away with it. Hopefully, I won't lead the most laps.
Right. Yeah, you don't want that. That's the one guy we don't want leading any laps is the pace car guy. But thank you, Sir Wolf, for driving that thing. We'll make sure to... Hey, you know what? Maybe we won't need him tonight. Be the easiest paycheck he ever collected.
Dante
Clean and green so far through the first lap.
But it looks like Kerry Bombardum, the high side, is going to probably... I don't know if he's going to have that momentum. It looks like he's going to lead that first lap. Pushed by Chuck McClure there. Brent Setter behind Richie. I got to say that right.
One guy I think we missed last week was that 00 of Kelly Causey down there on the help controlling that bottom line.
Yep.
I see a couple cars going around in the back.
Remember, the caution is not out yet, though. If the caution does come out, they race back.
Yes.
Chris Van Fleet and...
Still no caution, so they're still running under green.
There's caution there. Caution's up.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to have a couple accidents. Looks
Coming
like
back
Tim
to the
Anderson's
line,
in there.
McClure stay with Terry. Randy Watts tried to pull down. Didn't nobody really want to go with him, so...
Oh, my gosh. It looks like David Chin and number 4 of ASR HUD got together back there.
Ooh!
Mm-hmm.
Little contact after
There's more stuff. We had the initial caution, then 2 other tussles going on out here. We'll try to figure out what's going on.
Unfortunately, Billy Elser's involved in that, too. I saw Tim Anderson going around. I didn't see really what happened.
I think that was the cause. Actually, no, it wasn't. The cause for the caution. We got to find the cause for the caution. See when the lights come up.
Solinsky cut kind of a late piece of that. What the heck?
A bit of after everybody hit the start-finish line on that second one, there was a bit of a checkup. It looked like...
Well, the caution was actually not out at that point. They're across the line, and oof.
David Chin, I see David Chin going around here.
That was the first part of it that brought the caution up, but there was an afterward.
Oh, that's a hard one, yeah.
And basically, to me, it looks like Tim Anderson let off at the line, after the line, and possibly Greg Lovell might have gotten to the back of him. Just a kind of a quick checkup kind of thing. Then I know Billy Eiliser was in there. Ken Roberts was involved in it, and a few others.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I hope we didn't jinx that 26 car.
Yeah, so 2 or 3. The initial caution was Chin, then Roberts, and you see Breedlove going around. Anderson, that's Dave Little we're focused on there.
Actually, when the 33 and the 26 got together there, now I'm not saying who did what, but I think that's what actually brought the yellow out. Because Chin and them back there, they got them straightened up and kept going.
No, I think the Chin, that was where the yellow came out, was going into turn 1, I think, was Chin, yeah. And then I think there was another one up here, no? Was there a third one after the pace car collected everybody?
It was a big one after the start-finish line.
Yeah, maybe there was only the two. I thought I saw a third one, but yeah.
Most of the drivers
Back
pitted.
live here.
I think Randy Waugh,
Yikes.
Dennis McCarthy, Tim Anderson, Dennis Chambers.
I'll tell you what, I got to throw this in there too. But if Bad Luck had a number, it would be probably number 88, David Chin.
I was just going to say, unfortunately, retired already. John Godfrey, Hudson, and Chin. So the 88, the 4, and the 711 had to retire after that, unfortunately.
Oh gosh, that's we had to do the driver spotlight thing, and I was thinking about last week because when we talked to John Godfrey, we were talking about the same thing about, you know, you got to have the luck in this thing and avoid wrecks to survive sometimes.
Did you want to grab Doug Hulick for his spotlight right now?
We can. Let me go live and see.
It
where
looks like
at.
he's not pitting right now. He's staying on track. I was going to say if he's going to pit, wait till he hits the stall, but right now he stayed out, headed into the tri-oval.
We got it's only lap 4 of 66. Let's let him go for a minute.
Okay.
I kind of feel like we're
Doug.
putting the kibosh on somebody. Billy Ellis, or I see him. He's on pit road. Looks like he's in something fixed there. He's kind of stalled out.
Randy Waugh gets to the front here, leading some laps early.
That's
Look back here and look at the points. You can see
That's-
like 4 points. There's a three-way tie for second. Randy Waugh, Billy Elliser, and Greg Palmer. I mean, your point structure here, dude, is pretty awesome. Then Dante Ricci is obviously leading in points after 4 races. Or sorry, after 4 races. This is race 5.
Yeah, this is
Actually,
shaping up to get even more
Ricky-
exciting towards the end, I think.
Did Dante actually... I don't even think he's raced all 4. I think he missed one, didn't he?
I think he
Let me
missed
restart
the
that.
first one because I'm only seeing from 4th down. I'm only seeing 3 starts.
Yeah, so
3
you
starts,
guys did
yeah.
the wrong points. You need the points.
So the points I think you're showing.
Oh,
are
I'm showing
just-
the wrong ones.
That's the standings after 3 races. We need to go after 4.
Right
me
now, Denny
see
Carroll's
here.
in the lead. Randy Waugh second. Dante Ricci is 3rd, but he's 12 points behind. Doug Helix.
Yeah, because I
There.
believe Denny Carroll and Randy Waugh were sitting 1st and 2nd.
Yep.
Coming into tonight.
There, I
So
just
that's
updated them now.
actually. Yeah, that's showing the third race after 3.
Yeah, I just flipped it over here and reset it. Sorry for the technical glitches here. Yeah, there we
Talk
go.
about gremlins, man.
4 starts. So yeah, it's Carroll, Waugh, Ricky, Hulick, Ellis, or Farrell, Balser, Breedlove, Oaks, and Paglio. That's your top 10 points. Sorry, I did update the points. I just forgot to actually reload that screen.
Okay,
so
there
just-
it is. I'm seeing it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dante Ricci in 3rd. He's having a good points night. 41, 21. All 3 of them guys. Elisor's kind of going in the wrong direction at the moment. I hope he can kind of hang in there tonight.
It looks like Randy Waugh, Denny Carroll, Dennis Chambers might have pitted. I think he did go down pit road. So the 2 cars that stayed out were Randy Waugh and Denny Carroll. And you'll probably see they'll do what they usually do every time they get like this. One won't get a good start, the other one will, and then they'll just get nose to tail and try to just hold off the rest of the field.
So many people showing up to this thing week in, week out. You gotta be consistent.
Oh yeah.
Even if it's consistent top 10s, it really does help because if you aren't able to make it, you guys do provisionals, you're getting last place points. You're talking like 35th to 40th position.
That's, you know what, and you just said a mouthful, because that's the key. We changed that rule for Saturday nights. There actually are no provisionals. If you miss a race, that's 0 points.
Dang.
Yeah, we tightened up the rules around here for Saturday nights because we knew what the turnout was going to be.
Right.
So it still gives everybody a chance, but it's just one of those things that we don't have to worry about the scoring and all that now. We just let the sim kind of do it.
So because you guys kind of have that, you do race back to collect the yellow flag, and that's not the most common option. Usually it's freeze the field, take it easy, all that kind of stuff. Are you guys on the microphone when the yellow comes out to remind everybody, race back, boys, race back? Because some guys, it's like muscle memory almost to just lift.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, these guys are given great direction. I mean, we've got a really good admin team here. And we can talk about the Wednesday series coming up here pretty soon. But, man, we're about to go back to green again, and these guys are just chomping at the bit, man. This is I can't stress it enough how difficult these races are to win. And you got 35 of them out here right now, go aiming for the same spot.
Well,
Good
Denny
jump
Carroll got
by
the
Carroll.
they did jump like we thought he would. Randy Watt didn't go. Only thing is, Randy Watt couldn't get up behind him, and Denny Carroll currently right now is running. Now he's going to drop to the bottom, being that top line is not going. He'll get Randy pulled up there, and as soon as they do, you watch. They're going to pull right up in front of Terry, and they'll just start rolling away. Unless that bottom line keeps going, but that high line starts to go, you'll see them two move right up in front of whatever line's got the most momentum.
Bottom line,
yeah, absolutely.
See him
working
there
it
it
now.
is. Wow.
But I tell you,
Yeah, you can see them working it together now.
yeah.
But now you're side by side with Ricky McClure and Metallic.
Yeah, there's a lot of super speedway experience right here, all in one.
Oh wow! Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that these guys have raced each other for that long. You know what I mean? It's some of these guys are new to each other, and they're just kind of still feeling each other out. But you can see where the teammates are going and how they look for each other and work together. That 41 and that 21 especially are known for that.
I just noticed the 00 of Kazi there brought out the old Wonder Bread car.
Yeah, I like that.
Jif won the bread car. Come on now.
Jif.
Yep.
Oh, it is. Yeah, the Jif car. Yeah.
Choosy mothers choose Jif now. Come on.
Yeah.
Get
with
2
the
loaves
Wonder.
if it's fresh.
So the question
Jelly.
is, what peanut butter do you have in your cupboard? I can tell you, I got Jif.
Yeah, I don't know what I got. Some
Check it out in the
organic
chat.
stuff. I got to
Randy
stir
Waugh
it before I eat it.
Randy Waugh's in the chat. Alton Sullen's in there. Rodney Sullins is in there. Mackenzie Weston says hi. David Chin says one simple word.
Done. Yeah.
Why is let me get you with Rodney Sullins? Why is he on the sidelines?
He just says he's still out there. He just wrote in the chat under the caution there that he hopes that he finishes on the track surface again.
Oh.
Yeah, last week he had a little bit of an incident. So
I'm watching him work with the 21 and 41 right now.
yeah.
That is a cool looking car. I like that patriotic version of the Black Rifle.
I haven't seen a car that guy's painted that hasn't been spectacular.
I got to try some Black Rifle coffee.
Look
It's
at him
gotta be
gearing
good.
up for 3 wide back here.
This track, that's not.
Breedlove and Nate Balser in the center there.
And one thing you want to look out for, we know that Denny Carroll and Randy Waugh, they'll get together. Well, Breedlove and Nate Balser are 2 other guys that will get with them and work with them, getting the 4 cars to help each other out. obviously, you need friends here to be able to win these races, and if they can get the drivers that they consider friends hooked up together, they'll definitely have a better advantage.
Absolutely. I see the 55 sneaking in there too, up there to work with Kelly Causey. Those guys are no strangers to each other or this track.
Usually I think it's Ken Roberts, Kelly Causey, I think I remember the other guys that they're not together. I know Rodney Sullins is one of them. They'll work there, they'll try to find each other if they can. As we we always see Randy Waugh and Denny Carroll find each other. It's just the way it goes.
I mean, I'm going to be rooting for Branstetter in the 510 to win this thing because of all this sea of Rodney Sullins paint jobs. That's the only car I drew. I painted that one for Brandon Sitter a while back. I'm like, hey, I got one car on the track.
He's been driving that very particular car for quite some time.
Yeah.
We're spreading out single file a little bit up front here now, but
I owe Robert
still
Spring
trying to
car
get it
too.
together back here.
Robert Spring
12th
asked
on
me.
back.
Well, it's starting to move down to the bottom there. I see Denny Carroll and Randy Waugh, Breedlove kind of saw that momentum coming, moved to that bottom I think a little bit too early, but I think they want to make sure they got there. That'll help out Rodney Sullivan's, break the air a little bit, getting him up to them, and then possibly you get them guys down the bottom. They can do something about maybe working their way up there. But you just got to, as they move up there like they are, you got to watch out that outside line. You'll see that momentum coming. They'll start moving down in front of them.
Yeah, see the 38 right there's got to check up a bit, but Causey in the 00 doesn't. He's got Roberts right behind him. And right behind him, Liquid Death, Robert Spring. Yeah, Robert Spring. Robert Spring asked me to paint him up a car for the Cannon race, so I got to get on that. I love that Liquid Death. It's just water. It's just water in a can. Such a cool name for a water company.
We always talk
Death.
about,
Yeah, you want to drink that?
we always talk about Carroll, Waugh, Breedlove always finding each other, but the same thing with Richie, Chuck T.
Chuck Taylor's out here tonight. I forgot about that. Where's he hiding? He's 18, right? There it is.
Chuck Taylor, yeah. He
Right
raced
behind
with us on
Lana's-
Sundays.
That's not. It's Chuck McClure. Sorry, my bad.
Oh,
17.
well, there's Chuck Taylor too.
Yeah, Chuck Taylor is out here. This is his first time with us for this series.
Currently,
but he's
right there in
he's one of the
26th
ASR
position.
regulars.
He needs to
we-
hook up with Nate Balzer. They got the green, black Monster Energy cars.
Yeah. Although, I think Balls' is just the Monster Energy car. Chuck Taylor's is the Monster, the Beast Monster. Beast.
Yeah, and the Balzer car is painted by Sullins, and that 18 of Chuck is not, because it doesn't have Rodney's stamp on the side of it.
Yep.
So that's a pretty cool little fluke that the two guys came out here with very similar paint schemes. It's pretty awesome.
We were talking earlier. One of the lead admins, Ken Roberts, and I were talking about this series, and we're and these driver spotlight things, and some of the things we'd like to see happen. And he mentioned, he said it'd be pretty cool if you could interview guys after a wreck, to get their input on what might have happened in a caution or whatever. And I said, I don't know if I want to do that. You have to be very, very careful and kind of pick your battles from this end. You know what I mean?
On TARNATION TV Turbo, you could do it.
Yeah.
The way you do that, the way you have
Why, Ayala?
the way you have to do that is I have to go up into the room and say, for example, just use Ken Roberts and say, hey, Ken, you up for talking?
Yeah, that 30-car pileup you just caused. You want to come down and chat with us for a minute?
Talk to us about
So we so get a kick out of this racing stuff, though, man. I mean, it's just been so much fun, and putting this together, and I couldn't be more proud and more pleased that this series kind of landed here at ASR for Saturday nights, because I mean these guys are just loving it. You know what I mean? It's gaining so much traction and getting real popular, and we're definitely not running out of things to do with this.
There's Elisor there going a lap down, unfortunately, after the little kerfuffle on the first lap.
Yeah, that's a shame. God bless that guy. He's hanging in there, though. He might be able to catch these yellows just right if they fall again.
Well, Richie being up there in the front, that's helping him out. He's led the most laps so far. Going to be 10 this time by. It'll help him in the points battle. Big time. And currently the fastest lap out there is by Garland Oaks. It's 200.276 miles an hour. That's flying.
Dude, last week, I think it was Thursday, there was a 204.3 average lap.
Wow.
Because it went green for like the first 40 laps or something. And I can't remember who it was. But Seth and Kyle and I were talking about. I said, are you getting the same printout on the GNL? Because GNL behind the screen here, that's what builds our ticker. There's a program we run behind the scenes called GNL TV, coded by Peter Dickent, and it pulls the information out of the game so we can display the ticker. It has more than just the intervals. It has how many yellow flags we've had, how many laps we've run under yellow, and then speed.
That's close.
Nice save. But yeah, that average speed, it was 204 miles per hour. I've never seen that before.
While we were on that discussion there,
Yeah.
Man.
Carroll on the bottom trying to come up
back that
through
up.
there. He got Greg Lovell, Billy Causey, Ken Roberts, all came from the high side. I think even Terry Bomar just did, as after Denny had that little issue in the trial there, and they have gotten that inside line. So Greg Lovell is working his way up there to where he's almost got the lead away from Richie.
Yeah, it's moving, and I'll tell you what, like you were just saying, everybody from the 110 on back a second ago, I think, has finally caught their breath and gathered it back in.
Yes.
Wild.
Well, that was a great heads-up play by everybody, because it looked like Sullen saw it happen.
Wow.
He moved up. Everybody just kind of flared out and gave room for the 41. We're going to be coming up on pit stops here pretty quick. We're hitting up 19.
Yeah, these guys are pros. You're gonna start seeing some of them possibly migrating to the bottom, trying to get on pit road a little bit easier.
Now we know Danny Carroll and Randy Waugh were the two drivers that has not pitted as of yet. So
Look at them; they're still out there getting racy, wanting to form a third line still.
Oh,
So they
right,
have-
yeah. Everybody did pit on that. Yeah, right. So lap number 19 is not really the...
Waugh.
Yeah. So they can probably...
It's no surprise, really, to see the guys that are in front here, knowing where they come from and how long they've been doing this, to see them up front and maintaining that,
David
maintaining
Little.
that front pack.
That'll bring out a yellow.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Yeah. David Little
they
and
got to race
Shalinsky.
back all the way around. So
Whoa, tell your dad to watch out, Brian. Holy moly.
nope, they must have gotten the yellow because they're starting to slow down on the backstretch.
Pace car is going 175 miles an hour. Going through one turn. I just realized that. Can we back that up for a second? I never really checked that. When he comes off of his line.
Back up my dad, man.
When he comes off of the line here.
Well, that's
How
the first
fast he
time I've
gets
seen
up to 100 miles an hour. I'll tell you when he's at 100 miles an hour. Right there. He's already at 100. Now he's at 150.
So maybe Brian should put Dad in that 029 and making that pace car sail around there the way he is. He might be able to do all right in your car.
That's funny. Yeah, we'll back it up here. I think Shalinsky and Little. Oh no, it was Mangialardi and Little, actually.
This is going to be a blessing for Randy Waugh and Danny Carroll, who have not pitted yet. That's going to help them guys out, so they're not going to have to do a green flag pit stop and come out together. They should be able to get fuel with everybody else. And we'll be interested to see this late into it. I think you'll see probably most of the guys take at least rights. Some may not. Just depends on how the drivers like to have some fresher tires on there or not. You can go quite a few pits without changing tires. So.
Yeah, if you consider the admins that are working this race too, I mean, right now they're working out things like who's the lucky dogs and how to do it and how to serve penalties and stuff like that. They're constantly going over this kind of stuff, and but they had the reins pulled in there for a minute, man. They were 3 wide there for a few laps, and this is getting exciting, man. And like I said, I'm not surprised to see the cars up front that I'm seeing tonight. When you think about, where they come from and, the experience level here is just incredible. And again, I know I'm a broken record, but I couldn't be more pleased that all these guys landed here with us on Saturday nights, man. It's just been some great racing.
Looks like most all the drivers. Yeah, most other drivers took right side tires. There was just a couple of drivers that took 4. So. Cool.
That's not what you want to see from Shalinsky's cockpit view.
No.
Nowhere to go on that one. And actually launched that car of Little up into the catch fence. But
if you look closely, I think Dave was waving at him.
Yeah, pretty much all he could do.
I see Robert Spring trying to play a smart move here, maybe trying to lead a lap under caution.
Trying to, but I think Brandstetter is ahead of him. So
And
You could
are the
still
lights
cheat,
off?
though, could you
Are the
not?
lights off or on?
lights are on.
Is it possible to kick ahead of the 510 though and steal that lap lead?
No, because he's coming down pit road right now, so he
Right.
would be the next in line.
Mm-hmm.
Because the 48 at this point is not allowed to pass the 74. So
Well,
the 74 will come down as well. So yeah, Spring, knowing that those lights are on, he's doing the right thing and getting that point. We used to call that the lady lap back in the day.
Yeah. I was involved in the league. They call it that every time.
But hey, you know what? After 10 races, if you lead one lap, that's 10 points at the end. That's
Absolutely.
that's possible.
Just taking a look back there to see where Robert Spring is. I mean, he's currently tied with Steven Brandstetter right now for the 14th and 15th spot. So, that's two. Well, Brandstetter just got his two, so now he's got his two. So they're still tied. Will be tied for the night, but that could pay in dividends later on, like you said.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Some of these guys I'm not a ton familiar with racing at the super speedways. Now I know Dennis Chambers and that number 10 car up there in second currently is just a master at saving fuel. So I don't at this point I don't know what his strategy would be here, but these races are so difficult to call. Because any one of these guys out here is a threat to win at any time. It's like, how do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get at a loss sometimes. It's like, okay.
Unfortunately, it's one of those scenarios where, as Billy Elser's up there on the outside, he's going to be getting his lap headed around to get his lap back.
Lucky dog, yes, sir.
Yeah, it's it's unfortunate. One of these things is you really can't. The only way you could win one of these alone would be a strategy that just absolutely paid off, like a fuel mileage strategy that you
Right.
didn't have to pit and everybody else did. But for the most part, you need help with this, and anybody could do it as long as you got the right people behind you, and you're in the right position. Absolutely.
A lot of times too. I mean, I know for me, maybe not this track so much, but how these yellows fall too can make you a hero. You go from
Yeah.
0 to 0, and the opposite.
Absolutely. Talking about that with our strategy. The Wednesday night race is there's a lot more strategy involved in it with the tires and stuff. And it was just, all your plans could go wrong with one wrong time yellow. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
There goes Billy Ellis on the outside. Come back around and end of attack. He's back on the lead line.
Most of these guys, well, I should say all of them. I mean, they're at any time, they're just, I won't say impossible, but they are tough to beat out here, man. They all just drive like they're mad at the pavement.
Yeah.
It's a great way to get some stress out.
No, this is for me
Drive
as a
like you're
driver out
mad.
here, it's a great way to create stress.
That's true, yeah.
Some of these guys can go out here and relax doing this. Not me. It just creates stress for me.
So does your father watch these things live, Brian Wolf?
No, so I'll just show him the highlights sometimes. He
okay.
sees some of my videos and stuff like that, and he's, he'll talk to me about it. He'll ask, "How'd you do in the race last night?" or whatever. But
That's cool.
actually, I'm glad you mentioned him because it's a nice tribute for him because Dale Earnhardt and racing and NASCAR racing is kind of what brought me and my father together and gave us the bond that we have. Because, I mean, we were both fans of Dale Earnhardt, and he turned me on to that actually when I was a younger guy back in, in the late 80s. And, it just gave us a bond, you know what I mean? This whole thing. And it's a nice tribute for him, man. I was glad to be able to get to mention him. And
So yeah,
I'll
like
definitely show him this tomorrow. You know,
yeah.
he's in there watching his murder crime shows right now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a neat little. I don't even know how we came up with slapping a name on here. I know Mackenzie Weston's driven one, and
Well, it was your idea.
and I'm like, yeah, who wants to do it? Yeah.
On it. So next week, I threw their Mackenzie under it. Then Randy Waugh wanted his son Corey, and
Yep.
we're just going with it because it's worked.
Alton Sullins out there watching says that when he was the pace car driver, it didn't go that fast.
Oh man, there's trouble right off the start here. Oh shoot.
Big time.
The flagman's right arm is swole.
Yeah, Dad's getting the use out of that pace car tonight.
Race back to the line. We'll watch Ricky lead this pack down the back straightaway. Then we'll rewind and get an instant replay for you.
I don't know if possibly the 083 just didn't get going. Or if he had to, it was the car in front of him that didn't get going.
Josh Metallic.
Into the back.
Big save there. Wow. He's going to lose a couple
back of
spots,
Greg
but
Lovell
he
there.
held on to it. They're 4 wide coming through the tri-oval here. No big deal. Just another day at the office. Know what happened to Metallic?
Wow.
We lost about half a dozen spots.
One's almost level there at the line.
Yikes. All right, well,
I think I'm
back that
across
up.
4 wide at the line.
Yeah. Back it up and see the cause,
It's
the
going to
initial
take them a
caution.
minute to sort that out.
We'll just get a bird's eye view of this, see what's going
In
on.
the comments there, Blaine, you were talking about the Black Rifle coffee. The A Belzer 2 put down that just bought a Keurig Sasquatch Black Rifle pods. Highly impressed.
Hey guys, I gotta jump out of the booth for a minute. I'm gonna hand the reins over to you guys for just a minute. While I'm gone, I'm gonna stop down there at the end of pit road, flag down my dad, and see if he's all right. I'll be right back.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's like a slow speed accident there. It's just a couple of cars get out of shape. They all weren't really in the back of the pack. I noticed they weren't really tight, like they were ready to rock there. It looked kind of strange to me. Usually the pack is a lot tighter on a restart.
Possible too. Somebody might have missed a shift.
They just seemed to be fanned out, like they were coming to the green, but they weren't like in formation. It didn't look like they were in proper formation to kind of take the green, like they were waiting maybe, like, oh geez, we're going green.
Yeah.
And it kind of, maybe it snuck up on a couple of guys.
Looks like Richie, Lovell, and Ken Roberts there are going to come down pit road on the first time around.
Yep, we're just locked on Oaks. I just drove by Shalinsky.
Branstedter's coming
Barrel.
down. Dennis McCarthy gets hit by Greg Lovell as they were coming. He was coming off his pit. Bobby Farrow.
Oh,
Few
yeah,
handful of
there's-
them come down. Most of them just took fuel only.
The reason we can't see the other pit stalls there is because my game crashed. That's why. The only thing that happens is when I reconnect, I can't see the pit stall, the pit crews for all the cars. One little thing about the old game like this.
I'm surprised it actually lets you see the paint schemes too.
Paint schemes for the pit
For the
boxes?
Because I know, like, if I guess yeah, you would, because you jump out and came back. You came back and you were out there is when they can't see it. That's right.
Right.
That works out good.
Just fly through the field. Here we go. Brand Center. Covered.
Oh, we know the Panthers aren't playing tonight. I like the lights on that. Branstedter's car. That's pretty cool. Moves Rodney Sullins out in front right now. Okur behind him.
Sorry, I had one of my cats break into the room.
Oh,
I got to keep them out of here. I like chewing wires. One of my cats actually ate through my mouse wire, which is weird.
yeah.
Like, wrong mouse, bro.
Yep.
But it did force me to buy a new Logitech mouse, which is the G502. Got it on sale on Amazon, and it's pretty legit. Cheap, too. They're not expensive. Logitech mice are great. Yeah, thanks again, as always, everybody who watches these things live. Huge thank you to all the interaction on YouTube when you're commenting live during the race. We try our best to keep up with all of that. Of course, like and subscribe and normal YouTube stuff. But then, of course, we've got Bryant Motorsports for the sponsoring this whole season on Saturday. So that's another huge thank you to them. And then, like I said, when we go over to our standing screen, you can see their logo there, Bryant Motorsport Auto Sales. David Chin, Brian Wolf, bringing us in to do all this. A lot of fun. Cool mod, great track. Full house is always neat. The fact that we get a full house here is unreal.
Yeah, it started with 33 cars, I think it was it? Let me double
I
check.
am back, guys. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah, 33 cars.
I did check on Dad. He just needed help getting buckled back in.
Well, we have 3 cars retired. That is the 88 of David Chin, ASR HUD, and unfortunately for John Godfrey is out, and Chris Van Vliet is 18 laps down, and then we have Dave Little is also retired. So other than that, everybody is still running.
Yeah, unfortunately, David just recently retired. I don't know if he thought, is that maybe a park? Was he maybe a cause of 2 of those accidents and had to park himself, Brian? Or would that be one of the rules?
That very well could be. I'd have to wait until we get into the reviews later on this evening to confirm that, but that very well could be the case. I was going to mention that too. Is some of these guys, one in particular, has got to be careful here, being on placed on that one in park. Too many incidents, and it can really set a tone for how your season goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I know we saw him. I think that last one he might have thought he was probably the cause of it. I'm wondering, I can't remember about the one prior, but either way, if he thought he was the cause of both, he might have been parking himself.
Well, it's better to. Oops, there's a little contact on pit road there.
A lot.
I was gonna
There's
say.
a traffic jam out there. Ulysses Sandoval trying to get down to his pit stall. He kind of just did the safe bet and just parked it. Not so lucky for the 088 of Greg Lovell. Or sorry, the 8. What is it? 880.
880. Yeah. The
He
second
actually
time
got
he had
tagged,
an issue
yeah.
on pit road. It was kind of a 50-50. I thought, it didn't look like anybody was really kind of going to go down pit road, and then all of a sudden, half the field went down, the other half didn't. So we go green for a while. We're going to see some different pit strategies. These guys that stayed out, they'll be pitting a little bit sooner than the guys that just pitted.
This could be, with this format we have and the rules we have set in place and the scoring format and everything coming together the way it has, we could be setting up for like the perfect storm here coming up, towards the end of this series. It's going to get, this is just so highly competitive.
And you guys don't do any kind of playoff. You don't do any kind of playoff structure or anything, and you're counting points right down to the last lap of the final race. So it's anybody's game.
The way the points have been going, Randy Wild's been up there as of late. Probably one of the more, the guys that have been up there. Ricky has been up there. You know what I mean? But we've seen a lot of comers and goings in the early going of it. And, as always, usually the cream will rise to the top. But as we see, Randy's been kind of the model of consistency. Been running up there in the front most of the time and finishing it up there. Same thing. Others, come in and been run good and then had unfortunate. We saw David Chin. He's not up high in points. He's just had nothing but bad luck.
Doug Hewlett going to leave him down. Coming to this next green flag. This is going to get interesting here.
A lot of drivers sharing the lead tonight. Drivers
Almost
who have led
halfway.
laps. Rodney Sullins, Robert Spring, Stephen Brandstetter, Dante Ricci, Bombard, Waugh, Carroll, Hewlett.
Looks like maybe one or two of the damaged cars are trying to get out of the way back there mid-pack, but 41 got a good jump on that start, and they're still side by side coming down the back on this last restart.
Trying to see whether that him or Denny Curl and Randy Waugh, they're going to try to hunt each other out if they can, but Denny's got to kind of look out for himself. That high line's got the momentum. He's got to stay there. Third groove coming out on that high side. Looks like Chuck McClure's got that started with Josh McCallum, Nostler right behind him.
Looks like Ken Roberts maybe had enough. He wants to make something happen.
There you go. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Nostler's around.
Oh, along with the 24.
Brings out the caution. Now it's a race back again.
Couple cars wadded up and still flipping over back there. Looks like Denny Carroll and Roberts is going to, well, they're going to race. Roberts taking a peek.
He's giving him.
I believe Hewlett would go with him.
Yeah.
Or not. One kind of forced him up there.
Hewlett will gain a couple spots, though.
That could have been kind of a situation where
Wow.
someone could have kept the mic and said, "Hey, come behind me. I'll go high. I'll bring you by."
These little races back to the line have been exciting.
Yeah, going full wide.
Maybe that that whole racing back rule is not such a bad idea.
I said the only thing I don't care for that is sometimes when you have an incident, a crash kind of in the middle, some of the drivers behind it, they kind of charge into it because, it is race back.
We'll focus on the 088 of Tim Nofsker right here. He took a lot of damage on this. He's on his roof. Got hit multiple times.
Let's see what they do here. They're not quite halfway. We're a couple laps from halfway. Let's see what they do about pitting here. Maybe now would be the time to call up Doug Hewlett.
Okay.
I do like that paint scheme, that black flag paint scheme. That's clever.
It's down pit road. We can reach over.
Hey, if you guys want, it's up to you.
Oh, that's fine.
Yep, grab him.
He is pitting right now. Let's let him concentrate on that for a second.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll let him get in and out of here first. Yeah.
I told him this afternoon when I reached out to him. I told him we won't interrupt your race. We just want to bug you for a minute. I said it'd probably come sometime under caution, so be prepared.
Yeah, wait until they're like, 3-wide situation.
Oh, I think that's the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
The road's pretty busy right now.
Yeah, so let them do this. Once they get settled back in here, we'll grab them.
Oh, we already got him. Just waiting for him to get started here. Doug Hillick, you got Rod, Brian, and Blaine in the booth. You got a copy, bud.
Hello, boys. How you doing tonight?
We're enjoying the race. You?
It's a little tense. A little bit too yellow for me, but I'm
That's
staying
why we
toward the
figured
front.
we'd grab you now, after you got out of your pit stall there, so you can talk to us for just a minute here.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I guess we've been going to usually ask, but where do you hail from?
Right outside of Pittsburgh. It's called a little borough called Plum, Pennsylvania. It's near the Oakmont Golf Course, if anybody knows golf, PGA Tours and stuff.
Your age?
I am older, 62.
Oh, yeah. You're a little older than I am. That's not bad. And how many years of online racing experience do you have?
Ooh,
Ooh.
gonna go back. I was doing, what was the game before 2003? N4?
2002,
Yeah.
and then N4.
Yeah. Well, I go back probably in the N4. I think I was remember racing over my other house when my kid was probably 2, and he was born in '97.
And now everybody always wants to know, what kind of wheel do you run?
I have a Christmas gift from my son a couple years ago. It is a Xbox, whatever, I don't know, GeForce something.
Xbox wheel, so not one of those bigger.
Nice.
But it works.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really like it when I got it, but, you know, the other one had a little bit of glitches to it, so I wanted to get something new. Santa brought it for me, so it's the best
Perfect.
gift.
Cool.
And what brought you over to ASR?
I decided, you know, there's a lot of places to race, you know. Sometimes you want to go where the larger crowds are. Sometimes you just, you know, try something different. You know, talked with some guys. They said, you know, ASR was pretty good. You know, but everybody's got, you know, issues. There's always some drivers. But, you know, it seems like a lot of drivers have joined over the last couple of weeks. And the field is definitely a lot bigger than before.
And the 23 is obviously a number that you run in. And then we love the paint scheme. You know, the black flag paint scheme there. What is the significance in the number and in the sponsorship?
So the number was always, I've always been a 23. My original name before you had to lose a name was Johnny B. Fan, which was Johnny Benson back in the day. Still pissed off at Dale Jarrett for, by the way, when he was leading the 500 with, I don't know, 5 laps to go.
Wow.
But hey, I hold grudges.
Isn't that something?
Most drivers do.
Yes.
Wow.
So Black Flag was just, I thought it was creative racing, Black Flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clever. Yeah, I like that, Doug. I mean, we're so glad to have you with us here on Saturday nights, man. We wanted to do a little spotlight on you, man, because you've been around for a minute, like you said, and it's always been a pleasure racing with you, man. It's always been fun.
You look at the back of the car, it says you've been Black Flag.
Yeah,
Yeah. Black Flag, yeah. I got a Tootsie Pop truck. It says, how many licks does it take?
So then the last question before we'll get you back out there is, have you ever done any real life racing?
Real life racing. Actually, recently we were in Vegas and I drove a Mercedes, some type of Mercedes 2-door coupe at one of those tracks. It cost me like $250 for 8 laps.
Is it like a time attack?
Is it like what?
Is it like time attack or
A time attack?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Time
like
trials.
races and stuff?
No, it was actually like a race course where you could go and pick whatever car you wanted to drive.
Nice.
You know, you could pick, you know, Corvettes. You know, for some reason I picked this AMG. I think it was an AMG. Man, that thing was fast.
Oh, I bet that.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it was a road course, which was unusual. Oops, somebody
Uh-oh.
walked out in front
Where'd
of me.
Lombard go? There he is.
There he is.
He's back.
Yeah, so I actually was running like 5 laps, and the guy said, hold on, we're going to calm down because you're just too wound up. I'm like, okay. So we did like a slow pace lap. And then he said, okay, just, you know, he was teaching me. And then next thing you know, I think I had like the top 5 time for the day that day, which was pretty cool.
It's an expensive little car to go wrapping up into a fence. So.
Well, you know, you're insured to drive it when you pay the $300 for the 8 laps. So,
Yep. That's awesome. So,
but yeah, that was a really cool experience. I suggest anybody gets out in Vegas, go out there and drive that thing. It's fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome,
cool.
Doug. Like I said, man, we're just so glad to have you here at ASR, man, and it's been so much fun racing you over the past few years, and you know, you along with the rest of the cast of characters we have here, man, it just makes it, man. We so appreciate you being here.
Cool. I hope to just continue having fun and top 4. I'm in top 4 in points, which is pretty good.
Absolutely.
That can change at the drop of a black flag, you know.
Hang on to it, man. We're watching you.
all right.
All right, I'll do my best, guys. Thanks for having me on the interview. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So we'll hope good luck for the rest of the night, bud.
While we were in that interview too, Nate Balser was forced to retire.
I didn't
bad
realize that
information,
Doug
he was
was
63.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was from kind of my neck of the woods. He's about an hour and a half from me. If he said he's near Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's about an hour from here, from where I'm at.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I had him.
level on the outside.
I like how we didn't know where his wheel was. Some kind of Xbox thing.
Right? And look
It
how
works, though, so it doesn't
competitive he is.
matter.
I've always said that. It's like
Old blown motor.
Uh-oh.
Still green, no.
Green's staying up.
That's like Andrew Miller races with an Xbox.
Chuck Taylor,
Yellow's
the
up.
18.
Yellow flag.
Engine let loose on that 18. Chuck Taylor.
Yeah. So they're going to pull out the debris caution.
That's a shame. I mean, so it is what it is, though. This sim will throw stuff at you just like the real life NASCAR will throw stuff at them guys. You know what I mean? That
is the joy of the random breakdown.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're still racing for it pretty hard though. Dante Ricci's
Still 2x2 in the front. Wow. Hewlett, the guy we were just talking to, getting in there and putting his nose in it.
Although he was in the 8th position with the beginning of that, but must have ooh! Hinstetter spooked by the pace car a little bit. That always used to freak me out when the pace car would come through you and you were not prepared for that. I think he thought he was going to hit a car, and because I think he was behind Denny Carroll and Bobby Farrell there. All of a sudden, that car appeared, and he made him just jump a little bit, go a little sideways.
That'll happen too in your rearview mirror. You think somebody's going to bash you, and it's just the pace car. It floats right through you, like on iRacing.
Well, see, it's not so bad, like when you run the roof cam or anything like that. But when you get inside the car, you don't have as much really visual seeing it coming, and all of a sudden it'll just come right through the whole car, and sometimes it'll freak you right out.
Switching into third gear, it just took him out.
I wonder if a couple of things are going to happen. It could have just a random breakdown, but it also could have been said a piston. But when you got into third gear might have blown up, and then that caused it to overread.
Right. Yeah, you could shred a gear and then it would pop.
Unfortunately, that puts us down to, we still have 25 cars on the lead lap. Hosterstell out there. I don't know if Van Bleek is still out there. I think he's just getting scored. He probably left. I'll check that out. Yeah. Van Bleek has disconnected and has not reconnected, so the game is just finding him out there, and it looks like Chuck Taylor's disconnected. So we have currently 25 cars still running and on the lead lap.
Speaking of Chuck Taylor, that's kind of a good segue into my next little thing here is we want to go ahead and plug our Wednesday Cup Series starting up.
You read my mind. I was just going to ask you that.
Wednesday, February 18th is going to be our season opener at Daytona. And I will say, as challenging as this series is and some of the other stuff we have, Wednesday night, our Cup Series has used the BR15 Cup Physics mod, and it is open setups. So it's probably going to be the most challenging series you can ever be involved with. If you're a sim racer out there and you want to challenge, this is it. Wednesday night Cup Series. We follow the schedule of NASCAR. Scores the same, and a lot of similarities with the schedule and things like that. So it's been a blast. The way they run it over here, it's highly structured, and it's just so much fun trying to get this thing. And the reason I mentioned Chuck was he's last year's champion, so I know he'll be back. Rod Weston, I know you're going to try to make some of them, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We do have that promo. I don't know when if you could run that thing, Blaine, but that was part of it. So yeah, come on out and join us on Wednesday nights, man, for our NASCAR Cup Series. It's going to be big.
Yeah,
pretty funny how I was going to ask you about that, and then you started talking about it. So perfect timing. Yeah. Sorry, Rod. What were you going to say?
I'm going to be there as much as I can. We do have 4 broadcasts coming up. I believe it's in April. So I'll miss a few races, 4 races in April because of the broadcast, but I will be there every week. As long as I can make it, I'll be there.
Yeah, so we'll play. Brian Wolf made this trailer, so thanks to Fluid Studios for making this little commercial about the Wednesday series here at All-Star Racing. Of course, if you want to get a hold of anybody at All-Star Racing, links in the description below, website links, contact anybody. We can get you in here. Open setups, that should be fun. But yeah, I'll play that thing right now, and away we go.
Thank you, Blaine.
There you go, open setup. That's gonna be cool, man. That'll be that's like, I mean, when you race offline with the artificial intelligence, so many different options in the pits, because most leagues don't really have a open setup series, and you guys do that here, but only on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I think BSR with Kevin McGorick or Magoo and his group at BSR run open setups. I'm not positive on that one.
Okay.
But like I said, yeah, over here at ASR, man, if you, again, if you want a challenge, because I mean, it's, you know, the open setup, some of these guys are so good at it. And, but they're not, you know, they're always willing to share their stuff and give you their little, you know, trade secrets and stuff like that to try to help you, you know, become more competitive. And it's been, man,
it's a great thing too with the open setup, because like even the fixed setups like we're running here tonight, everybody runs the same setup in the car. If you have a certain driving style, like I know like Rod is crazy with his brake bias, but like, you know, just how the car turns into the corner and all this kind of stuff, you can't change that type of thing when you're in a fixed setup. So at least in an open situation, you could really lock that car into how you like to drive. Like maybe maybe you want to be really loose for the first 14 laps and then it just hooks up and it's on rails. You can do all those kind of things.
And here's the thing too. I mean, you can, you know, I don't know what those terms really mean. You know, I'm kind of I don't speak the language of knowing, like, you know, put a little wedge in it, take some track bar out here, you know, and do these and these are the types of things that you can do on pit road. You know what I mean? You can add a little tape to the front end to make it run a little hotter and, you know, quicker, you know, towards the end of your run. You got to be careful not to overheat it and blow it up, and, you know, things like that. And it's just, it's mind boggling sometimes.
Individual tire pressures, like really cool.
Simple. Loosen it up a little bit.
Right.
You know, taking air pressure out of the right front's going to tighten it up going into the corners. Yeah, there's all kinds of, you know, there's all kinds of different whatevers that you get used to it, and then you get obviously into the springs as Mr. Wolf pulls the pace car down pit road. We get back to going green. About half of the field pitted. We have about, I think, 8 to 10 cars out front that did not pit. They may have pitted the first time around, but they did not pit the second time around. So some different strategies coming up. About we're looking at 26 laps to go. At least one more pit stop somewhere along the line.
Accordion up there.
Outside line,
and the 94 was up out of the way. I think he's missing a gear or something.
Yeah, he's been doing that on the last 2 restarts. So I don't know if he's just got damage or what it is. The guy we were just talking to.
Dante Ricky in control still.
Dominating this race.
Up there in second.
Yeah, Ricky's got 21 laps led, man. Like he's been up there all day. All the live long day.
See Randy Waugh there, Denny Carroll. They were on the bottom, went to the high side. They got to get some momentum up. Now he and Hillick go to the high side. Hillick tried to go to the outside. Nobody went with him. Oh! There's Denny Carroll. Did he save it?
Oh, man. Bobby Farrell hard into the outside wall. Yellow is out. I don't know. Have they taken it yet?
Pace car's coming after them.
Yeah, looks like they're slowing down on the backstretch.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's unfortunate. That's because I was just going to go into a little speech about how these guys might be feeling right now, because the 21, the 41, all the guys that are running 1 through 5 are like 1 through 5 in the points. So are they content to finish like that, or are they really going to press the issue and try for the win? You know what I mean? Are these guys thinking big picture, or are they just thinking about winning this race?
I think it would depend on where, I know that some of those guys that are up there, but it all depends on, a lot of different things. Are they points racing? I think if it was me, I was, up there in points, I think I'd be content. Because that's, I'm not going to get out there as front, in the front as easily. But if you're someone like, Randy Waugh, who's, at these super speedways is pretty good, maybe you got the help behind you, you would go,
Yeah, I think if you're up that high in the points, you try to get to the top 5 and then hold it there. I think you at that point, or in the top 5, especially the leader, you're driving so defensively now that,
championship's going to be won by being, mostly probably by the, being a consistent front runner.
Right.
If you go and risk it, you always risk that chance that, you're knocked out of there and go all the way back to the, 25th position. So
I see they're all just basically topping off. Did the 21 come across there first?
He was the first one off pit road.
Actually, the 84 was across the line first there. All he got to do is tiptoe out of his pit stall there on the front.
Out of the first, but it all depends. If we see him go by Randy Waugh, we know Randy didn't beat him off. But Randy got up, beat him to the line. So as we can see, you're right. Ricky got off pit road, but ahead of him, Randy had a little bit more of a head of steam coming. So when he come off out onto the track, the start-finish line's just a little ways beyond pit road, and Randy got out there ahead of him. But once he got out, in front, or got out on the track, your spotter's going to tell you to get back behind the 84s.
Yeah, 33 of who's that? Tim Anderson stepped up there to grab a point. I think the 880 at this point has led a lap, so.
The 880 has not. No.
But isn't
this would be the first start in this series for the 880. So at this point, he's not looking at any championship hopes or points or anything like that. I don't think.
His very first race, so it's good. I think if you get him over here and get him racing, and he ends up liking it, he'll come back for the next season for sure.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, Greg Lovell, he's no stranger to this track.
No.
He's not. He's just new to us. He's
Yeah.
not new to this format or this style of racing. As you can see, he's been up near the front just about all night.
A couple of mishaps on pit road, trying to get out of his pit, and having cars coming, out across the front of him just as he's leaving. But I've seen, we did a race with him, and at that time, I believe it was Denny Carroll was behind him pushing him. And they just got through the tri-oval, and Denny, it's just a timing thing, you're trying to push your buddies or whatever on every little bit of the straightaway you can. Unfortunately, hit him just a little bit too early, and we thought he was done for. And ironically, Lovell saved that thing, and didn't lose that much time, got right back up, was back up in the draft and back up front within a few laps. It was crazy. A lot of talent there.
In the YouTube chat, Ray Church Jr. says Afterburner Motorsports runs open sets on Tuesday nights using all 3 physics packages.
Nice.
I know there's 4, but obviously the PTA is a 7-speed transmission, so they won't be using those ones. But yeah, that's cool. Cup, Truck, and Grand National.
Yeah, I've known a few.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
I've known a few leagues out there that they only run open setup. So
yeah,
I dare him to type in there that it's not challenging.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead and type that in. I dare you.
I've
Because I know it is
downloaded
over here.
like setups before, because there's all kinds of spots on the internet where you can find setups for cars and certain tracks and all this type of stuff. And it is like, some of them are really cool because inside the garage there's actually a notepad. And a lot of times the guys who created the setups, knowing that they were going to upload them to a website somewhere, would leave notes in that notepad like, hey, this setup's loose for the first 20 laps, and then it tightens up.
Right.
And, you know, they give you little recommendations on how to drive it. If you find it too tight, maybe change this, and this. And it's neat to see, like, I don't even know if I can do it in here. Can I actually get to the garage in here? Oh, yeah, see, at the top right of the screen here, it's actually grayed out because this is fixed. You can't have track notes and setup notes.
right.
But that's where it would be. You click on setup notes, a big notepad comes up. So anything you change on this screen, if you've downloaded somebody else's, it's neat when they leave little breadcrumbs like that and say, hey, maybe you change the springs if you like it this way or that way. And there's tutorials online and
Oh yeah, it's
how to tighten cars up and loosen them up and all that stuff.
I won't say it's endless. I mean, for me it is, but for some of these guys who are good at that open setup stuff, man, it's crazy to watch them do it.
I have I call it like a cheat sheet. Basically, if you saw that, picture of what Blaine had showed of it basically in the garage, it's like that, but it has, push entry, push all around, push exit, then loose entry, loose middle, whatever.
I've seen that.
Tells you,
yeah, that little diagram.
And that's what I use.
Yeah.
So most of the time I'll just say, can turn around and say, well, I've only got a 450-pound right rear spring. I'll go up to 500. If I'm really, really, really tight and I really just want to loosen it up. And then when you get down to that point where you just need that little bit.
I see you show that on the screen.
Yeah, because you got the 3 tabs. You got the weight distribution, you've got the drivetrain, and then you've got like all the other, like the springs and the shocks and stuff. It's kind of neat.
Have you
the
noticed
amount of stuff in there.
Notice in there is one thing that you can change, and that is the steering ratio. And that will help you out a lot.
Yeah.
It can tighten the car up or loosen the car up depending on which way you go with it. But for some drivers, if you were to bring it down, it should loosen it up, but it also could create a little bit more tire wear.
Yeah, there's, not only do you have the little, can you tinker with all the, the weight biases and the ride heights and all that stuff, but, your physical wheel, when you calibrate that to the physics of this and how it actually drives, I mean, you can tweak that as well. You know what I mean? So it can be complicated or, as you want it, or it can be as simple as you want it.
Yeah, that's more like in the controller options. I mean, for like all the linear settings and the assists, and it's crazy.
The 2 new players in the front row there.
Right.
As we get going.
Look at them shuffling back and forth.
I mean, in my mind, this
Lovell
was the epitome of NASCAR games.
Woo!
Oh,
They're
no.
going around again. 55 and the 26
lot
that
of
we just
cars.
talked, or the 23, I'm sorry.
The 21.
Gosh.
Oh, the
Basically,
21's cooked.
Garland got into the back of Greg Lovell and gave him a good shot at the start, which slowed down Garland's, speed a little bit. Unfortunately, Randy, come to the corner and got just tapped the back of Garland, and I'm sure about at that point he lifted a little bit just to make sure he didn't hit him, but he ended up hitting him anyways.
Another wreck bombard around in the tri-oval. It's a drag race in the stripe.
That first one was just ugly. Oh, good Lord.
Looks like Ricky's going to get it.
Ricky's got it.
took the lead back from Greg. We'll rewind and see if we can focus on any of that carnage. There's so much stuff going on.
Oh, there's a lot of beat up race cars out here now.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
It might be the worst wreck I've seen in this series yet.
Because there's a couple of grenaded motors out there too. We saw a lot of black smoke coming out of there, so that means there's some motors that are cooked.
Randy
Man,
Moss retired.
21. Yeah, the 21 got a lot of trouble there too.
Looks like is that Dennis McCarthy?
The 21 is still bouncing. Holy moly!
That coffee can on the top shelf that holds all the points just spilled out all over the place.
How many times did the 21 go around?
Pounded.
Wow. Paglia, you said?
Yeah, the back of his car just jumped.
Yeah,
the 23 that we had too.
Robert's cars looked like it did like Sullivan's did last week.
Oh boy.
Just crunched up everywhere.
And we have got just under 20 laps to go, I think, when we go green, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this should be, theoretically, this should be the last pit stop because they can go 20 laps on a fuel, right?
Doug Hillick's cars is just destroyed.
Yeah, Dennis McCarthy blew a motor.
Good gosh, who are you showing upside down there? Who is that?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, Randy Wong. Oh, man. He's up there in the points, too. Again, oh, my gosh. This is going to shake things up like with a vengeance.
Yeah. Yeah, McCarthy popped a motor. There's a few popped motors out here, I think.
The one in the best shape right now is Dante Ricky. He can take a breath after this race tonight, maybe, if he finishes. The way this is going. Good gosh, man, that's a lot of good cars out. Well,
apparently right now there's it looks like 24 drivers possible still running. I know that Dale Salisky was involved in that. Whether he's still going to be going or not, we don't know. He is shown one lap down.
I believe we're going to see the 55 possibly park this.
I think it beat up pretty hard.
Roberts tubbed out that whole car.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's. I don't think
this is
a piece
moderate.
of it still
this
straight.
is moderate damage too, dude.
Yeah, that's rough.
Moly. We're going back live, and he's still on the track with that thing.
Yeah, I think the pavement got mad at him that time.
That's what the car's supposed to look like. And there's Roberts. Wow. That's the one thing, too, about this Monster Energy 19 mod. It's got a really cool damage model.
We are probably going to... I mean, we may see him park. I don't know. He's one of those guys that are... are on the one and park for the series, or for this race, or on a one and park.
Who's that?
Ken Roberts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, just to reiterate, I mean, we don't play around with the rules in this series. It's it's across the board for everybody. So, and he's our lead admin. So, I mean, that's just horrible luck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna.
Because that's not like him to be causing wrecks, but it's unfortunate. It happens. You know what I mean? It's nothing anybody does on purpose. You know what I mean? But it's your luck can go up and down. Yeah, we were talking earlier about how your luck can go in this thing sometimes. You take a driver like Brian Rawson. He hasn't had the best luck over the last few races of this, especially, and I know he races other places where his luck has just gone in the basement, and that's coming off of back-to-back championships from our Sunday thing that we ran here. You know what I mean? So your luck can be out for a few weeks, and then you get into a slump like this, and sometimes it's hard to dig out of.
Well, it looks like the 55 is running.
He's still going.
It's still going to go. Okay.
Not much left to it that's straight. But...
Well, a driver that's on like like you mentioned earlier, Blaine. If this is a 2 in park series,
Right.
so if you feel like if you feel like you didn't cause the 2, and you keep racing, if it's deemed in the reviews that you were the cause of 2 and you didn't park, then we just stop scoring you right then and there.
You're gone. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not it's not rude or wrong to do on either side of that, but it is what it is, man. You have to play within the rules.
Yeah. Randy Waugh and Dennis McCarthy both retired after that wreck.
Gosh, we're going to be down to less than half of what started.
Look at the pit stop counts on some of these guys. Billy Ellisor has made 18 pit stops in this race. And unfortunately, they're probably all under yellow. We have had 7 yellow flags with a total of 26 laps under caution.
Wow. Last week
there's
going to be
one?
some...
we didn't even have any yellows last week.
I think there were 5 last time.
Oh, was there? Because there's been a couple races within 1 or 2, and it's just crazy how sometimes, and same car counts too, right? Sometimes something's just in the air and nothing's going right. Guys are blowing motors and...
Kind of like tonight, yeah. There was one blown motor incident there from the 18, and then last week I think we had 2 of those. One was even though we had 5 cautions, I think only 2 or 3 of them were actually legitimate accidents.
Yeah.
We had one about 3 weeks ago. So guy just missed the shift.
Right.
And just stopped him dead right in front of everybody.
And then tonight there's been maybe 2 or 3 of these that I would consider the big one. Claiming 10, 12 cars.
I'm sure the reviews are going to be interesting tonight.
Yeah. So when the race is done, you guys save your replays, go into the room there and just kind of walk each other through the replay. Okay, guys, what do you think about this at timestamp 42 minutes and 12 seconds? Who do you think's at fault? And then you just make a call.
Right. Yeah, we pretty much vote on it. We'll make a call on the initial. Okay, just as an example, we would say, okay, the number 39 down into the 931. That's what I see. And then okay, yeah, it's on him. Did he serve? Yes, he served. Okay, so that's no harm, no foul. He served he's recorded with the incident, but no real penalty if you served it. If you didn't serve, that's a post-race 1 lap penalty. So a lot of these are called no calls. Just 2 guys going for the same piece of real estate. We can't really put it on one driver.
Yeah.
So a lot of them come out that way. So
that's good because
it's
fair. Racing.
We keep it fair. Yeah. Because if you are one of the reviewers that was involved in a certain incident, you don't say anything. You let the other guys make the call.
Right. Okay.
So you can't sway the vote in your direction. You know what I mean? So we keep it fair across the board. And here we go again. Let's try this one more time.
Dante Ricky doesn't lead that lap. The 17 got it.
Chuck McClure jumped out there.
Yep. You saw on the schedule there on the screen. Tomorrow we are at SMO Gaming Simulations, SMO Speedway, doing their reunion race. 22 years they've been in business. Tim Anderson's around.
Oh, man, there they go. Man.
Same spot.
What is happening in this race, man? Somebody threw a gremlin into this one. They're still green.
It's a full moon.
They're actually still green.
Yeah.
Just went yellow.
Okay, yeah, the pace car's out.
It's going to be close.
Boy. Oh, Dante Ricky.
Who got it?
Yep.
Levels in second. It is Ricky, yep.
Looking at the
See, now
0.00.
Now, we can definitely make it back on one. Those guys that may have stayed out to try to get that track position, I think they were banking on another caution, but, my goodness. I'd love to say, boy, I'd like a fly on the wall in that room right now, but I'm not so sure.
That's why we don't grab people and just bring them in.
Right. Right. I mean, it's still an entertaining race. I mean, it's a little too many yellows for me, but it's been interesting.
Yeah, it looks like Spring slid out of his lane into the 33 there.
I think it probably
Ken just parked it. I thought Ken might have gotten another accident, but he just parked it right on the wall, right in the top line there to let the carnage come to a stop. He can't afford any more damage. Oh man, and Spring and Armstrong got together twice. They get together there a little tiny bit, and then down against the wall, crash into each other again. A lot of cars with no trunk lids today.
If I know Ken Roberts, because he's our lead admin here, he kind of helped me, put this whole thing together and helped us get it landed here at ASR on Saturday nights and all that. We come up with the logos and all that good stuff that goes into this. So I imagine him right now, I see him in either two positions. One with his face in his hands and his head is on against his wheel, or his arms are straight out and he's looking to the heavens. I kid Ken because I care. I love the guy to death, but this is, I can't imagine him being too excited or happy at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like this happens, so that's the thing, right? Like that's what makes it a simulator. I mean, even on the real tracks, you're never going to have a perfect race, and sometimes there's way more craziness going on than other times. So tune in next week for way less yellows.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because then you'll come back next week and it'll be flawless. You'll have 40 guys show up and there won't be one wreck. Green flag pitting all night long, and you never know, right?
Well, now you are in a perfect world.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it's just miscommunication or if it really is mechanical failures happening out here or what's going on. We're going to find out afterwards, but we need to find out who's going to win this thing. And I do apologize again. I got to step away for just a second. I know they're coming to the green here again, but I got to step away and give it over to you guys for a minute.
Yeah, lights are still on, so they got one more at least.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yep.
Still 22 cars still running, even though a few have been wrecked up and beat up, but they are still out there running. So
yeah. So you see they're on screen now, live broadcast upcoming for us here at TARNATION TV. We've got tomorrow with SMO at SMO Speedway. That's cool. They got their own little custom track. That league's been around for 22 years. So we're going to go hang out with those guys tomorrow night. And then next Sunday as well, SMO again. Yeah, Monday night, Are We There Yet on TARNATION TV Turbo. We'll be back here apparently on February 199. That's not even a real date, but not next Thursday, but the Thursday after at Rolling Thunder Gaming. The Talladega Challenge takes a week off next week. Well, they aren't racing on the 12th because it's Daytona next weekend, so they take that week off. So we will resume that the week after. So I got those dates backwards. We're back here, of course, next Saturday on the 14th. The Premier Talladega Superspeedway Series here at All-Star Racing.
Now,
and
I wonder how many drivers that are going to be here on the 14th. How many wives are going to let them come race?
Oh, yeah. It's Valentine's. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. Yeah, gotcha. We'll be here broadcasting, so.
Next two Sundays or just this one Sunday?
Next two, actually. Yeah, I forgot, not really enough room on the screen to put that in there. But yeah, the next, tomorrow, the 8th, and then the week after that, there's another SMO race as well. So SMO's got us wrapped up the next two Sundays, so.
You're going to be, because in April, we'll be back with Maverick. And we're going to be busy in April.
April is to be nuts, yeah, because the last Monday of the month, I think April would be one of them. Yeah, I think we're doing TMP. And then Maverick on a Tuesday, and then we're doing Wednesday races for somebody else. What's the Wednesday?
TMP is going to be Wednesday. We got Open Speedway at the end of the month, Mondays.
Open Speedway Mondays, right.
Once we get Maverick back going, we'll be busy for a little while.
There's going to be a couple weeks there where we might be broadcasting almost every day.
Just about. Yeah.
Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, RTG Challenge on Thursday, and then Saturday here probably. Ay. What have I done? I've created a monster.
And the great thing is we get to go blow steam off on Monday and make fools of ourselves.
Yes. Are we there yet? Trapped in a canyon. I think we're almost done. I think we've almost found our way out. Yeah. They're saying, what, was it 2 miles left on the...
2 miles to go.
Think about that. 2 miles is right now on this track. That's the distance back to the start-finish line. But in RV there yet, that's going to take 6 hours.
Oh, we do have...
I just caught the end of that.
Yeah. Like we're in turn 1. That's 2 miles.
That barge. We got to figure out the trick on that barge yet. But, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, how is this going to shake out, fellas?
Well, we're going to be about 11, 12 laps to go.
I'm still rooting for the 510. That's my paint scheme.
And Ricky's got the lead. He's got level on the outside. Cooler has got damage. He started that last restart on the outside. Didn't go very well. But being behind Ricky, he's going to be with, he's got Josh Metallic. He might be all right. Maybe to stay there and follow him to the front, but may not be good, to be able to pull out and pass.
I'm seeing that bright green 55 in the backs there. Still out there running, trying.
Yeah. That's the thing. Is there guys with damage in this mix, like in the top 10, 15 cars? There's probably a couple. Because there's been enough go on to
back of McClure's car's beat up pretty good. Not as bad as, Roberts, Spring, and a few of the, I think Paglio's was pretty bad.
Rodney Solon's still hanging in there. Coming up behind Ulysses there in 11th.
Still on 4 wheels, too. That's good.
Yeah.
Bobby Farrell's
Kelly Causey's still in there.
Bobby Farrell's had not had some very good luck as of late.
So we'll be about, 11 to go at the line here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, probably about that, yep.
They race back all race long, so I guess that's not going to... That strategy is kind of out the window. But hopefully we can finish under green here and see who comes out on top.
So Ricky leads the pack back to the green.
I think if Carroll can get...
they're getting crooked again.
Might as well.
Oh, boy.
His car breakaway. Looks like Mangialardi's there. He got slowed down a little bit, so he's not going to be...
The 3 on the bottom, you know what they're doing.
Yep. Although that top line's still going pretty good. I think if Branstetter can get up there, help push a little bit, they might be able to get them, at least get level up front off the corner. I don't know if they'll get much further than that. That bottom line's going real strong.
Yeah, like I said, they know what to do. They got a decent run coming off of there, but
he pulled up to
Dante's doing the right thing.
A little bit. Mangialardi was about a second back. Then Rodney Sullins, Dennis Chambers. I don't know. I don't think Sullins was involved. I think he just kind of slowed down. He had to slow down to kind of get around the mess. Something happened in front of Ulysses Sandoval, so.
It would be crazy if this race did not end under yellow. Would that be a thing? We've run so much of the race under yellow that it'll actually end under green.
There was a bit of a checkup. Kind of looking at it here. I think Josh Metallic didn't really go. Kelly Kaza got in behind him, got into the back of him, trying to get him to go. And about that same time, Ulysses Sandoval got in the back of Kelly, which spun Kelly Kaza around.
I just realized something. I'm probably one of the only very few people in the world ever to be yelled at by a pace car driver.
No. In real life?
I think
No.
Both.
yeah,
No.
This is
was it Earnhardt? Who was actually bumping the pace car? I can't remember that one. Who was pushing him? There was a real life race where somebody was pushing a pace
Kyle
car.
Busch has done it. Earnhardt's done it.
Yeah.
messing with the driver.
I'm gonna go into Mexico,
Yeah.
but I got yelled at by the pace car driver.
Yeah. Just, with him being my dad, I'm sure he's going to have
Yeah.
some words for me after he watches this, but
He's gonna lead the most laps.
yeah.
Yeah, we didn't want that to happen, but it might actually happen. Well, the pace car has led. Oh my God. Yeah, the pace car so far has led 34 laps, and Dante
That's over
Ricci's
half.
dominating this race, and he's only led 31.
So, yeah.
So far, your dad, Brian, does have the most laps led.
We're going to have to just chalk this up to just a bad race. It's
This is bad. Yeah, this is very weird. Very out of the ordinary, because this doesn't happen. I haven't seen 9 yellow flags in a race in a long time.
There's a lot of factors. I mean, you've got a lot. Some of these guys haven't raced together. They come from different leagues, and now they're being thrown together on Saturday night here and in this format, and it can get a little rough.
Yeah, but see, last week it was fine. There was a couple yellows, but it wasn't 9. Race isn't even done yet. What do you think? We can get 10?
I was just handed a note by the one of the administrators. I'd have to clean it up before I read it to you.
A Valentine's Day card?
Yeah.
Love you long time. Roses are red, violets are blue. This race has a lot of yellows, and
It had something to do
smells
with
like poo.
the review's going to take a couple days on this.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I mean,
Really?
we poke fun, but I can tell a lot of these guys are frustrated right now. It's like, we need to get this thing moving, and we've all been there.
Basically, the note says, we will not be reviewing the race tomorrow. Please set aside 3 hours for tomorrow morning.
Right. We'll see you after brunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's got to be in the back of your minds, too. Like, all your administration staff, it's like, oh, man, this review's going to take forever, because there's literally, 24 things they have to go through.
In fact, when this race is over here, I'm probably going to have to leave you guys to the interviews and get up to the reviews and help out, because it's going to be a long night probably.
Okay.
But I mean, but again, it happens. You know what I mean? It's you can't.
I was just sitting here kind of thinking, looking at it. I don't want to say too much, because I probably shouldn't, because I don't want to get cars that haven't been involved in trouble, or have them have bad luck. But we've only had, a handful of cars that have not been involved in an incident in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, the 29 there, the V8 and the 10.
Yep.
Seeing those guys back in there now, they're up, kind of in the hunt. Trying to stay out of the trouble.
Richie's been up front all night.
931 back there, 67 Garland Oaks still hanging around. Robert Spring still in it.
Yeah, Robert Springs got involved in that one of the last ones there a little bit.
He did, yeah.
Back.
Let's see if the pace car goes off this time. Yes, no?
Nope, lights are still on.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys that say they're running. Like Van Vliet says he's running, but he's minus 49 laps, so he's not in here anymore. I
Yeah,
guess
he
maybe he
quit.
just didn't properly retire.
Oh, it's kind of weird because he had quit and then rejoined and then quit. So I wonder if that has something to do with it. Van Bleek did this thing, and he said he is. Yes, yeah,
Well, it gives us a chance to talk about things too.
I think it's.
I know
probably
some
that.
guys will be in, because I mean, ASR does have some special events coming up. In April, we're going to do the 6th annual Cannon race. A lot of these guys will be involved in that, and Nate Balser's race will be coming up, his annual cancer awareness thing. So we got some good stuff happening here at ASR.
And the Cannon race, you guys run that at Fluid Speedway, which is a take on Michigan?
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's a really special event. It's become very special to me and Cannon's family and stuff. A lot of us know the story there. If you don't, you will come April. It's turned into so much more than that. I mean, all the good things that have come out of a tragedy like that are represented at our race, and so we like to show that stuff off and just remember Cannon and have some fun while we're doing it.
And John Godfrey, hats off to him for taking Michigan and retexturing and putting all the little Easter eggs in there. And it's pretty awesome, all the work he did there to make that thing look the way it looks now. Yeah,
that's another thing I'm real proud of to have in my sim racing career, is that track dedicated to him and our special race that we do for him and bringing awareness to people. Need to end that gun violence.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're going to finish this thing green.
Down pit road. Dante Ricky's up there in front. On the outside.
I want Papa Wolf to lead the most laps, so we need to enter the yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, no. All right, we're live. Here we go again. There, get that accordion on that bottom line again. The 5 blinking in and out. Looks like we're off to a clean start so far.
We got some slow cars in the mix there, though. That's the thing now. They got to navigate.
931 traveling backwards.
Yeah. He might be missing a gear, maybe. He's got Oaks pushing him, though.
He looks like.
There's jockeying back and forth.
Looks like the 74 of Robert maybe having a little engine trouble, too.
It's a little bit.
He's doing his best to stay out of the way, but now he's caught back to him.
I mean, he's got no trunk lid, but he's able to keep in the middle of that draft. He might be all right.
Kelly Causey's been involved in a couple of these, but he still looks like he's in one piece. Now it's coming down to 5 to go.
41.
Oh, man, what a save. Wow. Whoa.
Denny Carroll with another
38.
great save.
Wow.
Lost a lot of space, too, but good saves by the 38 and the 41. And everybody around him, they give him some space. Yikes.
Man, there's been enough of those in that race, too. Those hold your breath moments.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been a couple of them where we thought they were going to be going around and they didn't. Another one, obviously, we just witnessed that one. That was crazy, crazy good.
We can probably safely say that the next flag after this stripe is going to end the race. So they are finally racing. Mike Mangialardi holding his own up there. Mm-hmm. That bright orange Sunny D car.
The outside line, when that happened, just got slowed right down. Oh, Greg Lovell goes down to the bottom. Carroll goes way. Branstetter. So Blaine's picked it. He's going to go backwards with
that 41.
Yeah.
That 41 been doing quite a bit of blocker in the last 25 laps.
Line's trying to
It's not really getting him anywhere, though.
No, changing lanes a little bit too much.
Oh, wow.
Now
He
he's
found a
back down to
spot
the
down
bottom.
there, yeah.
McClure's got a little bit of damage there, but where he's at with Metallic behind him, Ricky in front of him, they he's keeping up pretty darn good.
It's going to come down to the top 3 against the 880 back, I believe.
I think the top 3 will probably just stay right where they are. I don't know.
Well, they want to.
Yeah, when Josh Metallic won, we asked him if he would have, gonna help out your teammate. And he's like, no, I'm here to win. He's got a way to do it. He'll probably try.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, yeah.
They'll help
That
each
leaves
other
the
out.
17 in kind of a tough position.
Yeah.
I don't know if the 17. I mean, he might if he's got 3 or 4 cars behind him. I don't know if he's got enough if he pulls out, if he's going to be able to get by.
Blaine, here we are 7 years later trying to predict the outcome of these races.
Yeah. Never happened.
My side is to come again. Greg Lovell, Ninjalardi.
Shalinsky going lap down.
If they can
Yeah,
get
like
my
I
side.
said before, from the
Ricky
880
to
on
the
back,
top.
now he's going to split them.
Dante Ricky changes lanes. Oh, there goes the 931.
Ooh, want some grass down there.
Yeah. Got
Now,
pushed
see,
out of
that's-
line.
Hey, Ricky going to that high side. We know McClure down the bottom there has got a bit of damage. He might be all right with somebody behind him, but
Oh, there goes the 088.
Oh, man, they are
Or the
racing
88,
back
the
here.
880.
This will finish the
No help.
race.
Craig level flipping. This is a
Going
race.
strong on the bottom.
Ricky's got no help.
Man, he
So,
switched
now
lanes.
it's-
Oh, he's
No,
turning metallic.
No. Takes out Dennis Chambers. The 41 goes around. Here comes the 48. Oh, man. Rodney Solon's
Oh,
still
my
there.
goodness.
This will end the race. Looks like it's going to be Chuck.
Where'd
Ricky might
Llamas
be able to
come
win
from?
this.
Where'd Llamas come from with the
no.
podium finish right here?
Oh, it's going to be close.
Oh!
It's going to be Chuck,
I think it was
McClure.
Chuck.
I believe, by an inch.
It is. Chuck McClure wins that.
Yep, 0.01.
Dante Ricky.
Wow.
17.
What a wild finish.
Well, Chuck hasn't.
Holy moly.
Cody Lamas is back out in third. Haven't we been interviewing Cody quite a bit lately?
Yeah,
Chuck
they're
hasn't
actually
won
going to
yet.
have to finish this lap behind the pace car. So let's get them
Yeah.
sorted out here.
He could still have an engine failure, so let's just be patient. For all the stuff that's going on in this race, you gotta wait till he gets around to the checkers.
Yeah, it's going to be a mess trying to figure this one out. But hopefully we can get through it quick tonight. And
Rodney better slow down. The race isn't over yet. They've got to wait for Bob
Not
Wolf.
sure the 84's keeping that.
they've been waiting on him a lot tonight.
Lap
Yeah.
leader, Bob Wolf.
There he is.
I don't believe Bob Wolf will get the most laps led, actually. Dante Ricky has 39, and this will be Wolf's 38th lap led right here. So Dante beat him by one. We're
says right now on-
10
Wait.
yellow for 38 under, or yeah, 10 cautions for 38 laps,
Mine says 39.
and
I don't have
39
any
for
of my
Ricky. Yeah.
stats the whole game or the
So
whole
the
race.
pace car might lead this one. I
But
don't
they
know. It's going to be
begin with
close.
win one. The pace car will take.
I think it's
Oh
going to
yeah,
be.
my game crashed. Maybe it's not giving me a proper report.
Nope, it's going to be
It's gonna be-
Chuck McClure.
It's going to be a tie. Whoop.
What's Rodney doing? Yeah, Rodney might have thought the race was done. That's the checker right there.
Yeah.
I think Cody retired already. That
So
doesn't
we're-
make sense.
Hey, car led 40 laps. Dante Ricky led 39. So Bob Wolf won the most laps.
I'm showing better in third. Chuck McClure first.
Yeah, I'm showing Bryant Motorsports on the podium. I thought Lamas got it,
Dante
but he
Ricky was
retired
second.
before the race was done.
Let me get a message to the administrators up there to have them figure out the the interviews.
Did Lamas think the race was over and retire before the checker?
He's
That's
disconnected.
interesting. That's weird because now Branstadter's in third, and it says that Lamas is retired.
Brian's got to find out how they're going to call the race.
That's strange because I think like the same thing happened to Sullins. Sullins went through the pits and was like, "Oh no, that's the white flag, bro. We still got to get the checker."
Yep.
So I think there might have been some confusion on.
Oh man, I wasn't able to get the replay
Oh, me neither.
Me neither.
or the export.
That reset pretty quick. Why did that? I mean, somebody might have hit a button.
Had to have been.
Yeah. Well, either way, you were saying, Rod, that your numbers for most laps led was actually for the pace car.
Pace car got 40 laps led, and Dante Ricky got 39.
Okay, wow, yeah, because my game crashed. It might have given me false information on the yellows.
That was before, when they shut everything down, I lost everything.
Yeah, it's all
We need to
gone there
know.
now.
We need to know who finished. And
Okay, it was Chuck McClure won the race. Second was Dante Ricky, and third was Blaine's pick, Brandstetter.
Yeah.
so we'll bring Brandstetter down then.
Wow.
All right. Steve Brandstetter, you got Rod, Brian, and Blaine in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well,
That's fun.
First off, I was going to say that you were Blaine's pick for tonight to win.
Yeah. That's my only paint job on the track was on your car. So that was pretty sweet. You got it on the podium.
You bet. I was giving it all I had.
Yeah, you were kind of running around. You were up in the front, but you never really too far out of the top 10. You ran somewhat competitively all night. Did you get involved in any of the incidents tonight? I don't remember if you did or not.
No, I think I stayed clean for one race finally.
So that ended out, with a little bit of the confusion at the end of it, but all in all, ends up putting you out there in third place. And so, give us a little bit of a highlight how your evening went.
All right, that I started out in third place, so I wound up finishing third. So I was up and back. I was all from the front to the back several times, and we tried to do fuel strategy, and then the caution came out, and that took care of that. So it wasn't much strategy after that.
Yeah, I've seen that you're currently 14th in points. You've made every race. I know you've had not necessarily all the best of luck tonight. With your third place finish should kind of move you up maybe into the top 10 or just close to it. Are you going to try to continue the complete whole 10 race season and see if you can get yourself up in that further up and maybe all the way up to the championship?
You bet. I'm gonna hang in there.
Hey, congratulations, Steven. It's great to have you here at ASR, man. We're just so happy to have you. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys, but I do have to step out and say goodnight. Of course, we want to thank all our sponsors, Bryant Motorsports, Fluid, the league itself, Dave Chin, and all the guys who help out, all our admins and everything. And thank you guys for having us again this week. And we will see you next week. We're going to go try to sort this one out.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, I was holding my breath on several of them. Yeah, that's the name of the game.
Super Speedway racing is hit or miss no matter which way you look at it or try it. You got to have friends, and you can get hung out to dry so easy, and you really gotta avoid all those big wrecks, because if you don't, your night's gonna be ended, or you're gonna look like some of the cars tonight that look like a can opener kind of ripped them wide open.
Yeah, you talked about that. I did get hung out there in the middle there, and I'd like to never got back up the front again.
But you hung in there pretty. I mean, you were obviously losing a little bit of speed, but you hung in there pretty good. Then as soon as you got the opportunity, dropped that back down to the bottom there, and then just you kept looking, kept your eyes open, kept focusing on where is the best place to go, and all in all, it seemed to work out pretty darn good.
Yeah, I'm happy.
And you got any more for Stephen Brand Center?
Yeah, man, I think we're good to go. I mean, I'm just looking at the standings now, trying to find you. You're in 14th overall in the standings coming into this thing, so that's a good little bump, getting a third place finish tonight.
Yes, I was hoping for that.
Just keep plugging away on to get those top fives, and hopefully it'll all come into play. Like Randy Waugh was up there second in points. Denny Carroll was up first in points. Those guys had rough nights. They're going to move down a little bit, and others are going to move up. So we've seen this every week, pretty much, that the points of you don't have like an overall kind of seem like a favorite. As soon as somebody gets up near the front, next week something happens, somebody else moves up there. So you keep up, you should be able to work your way up there really, really good.
Well, thank you. I'm going to try. And you guys do a good job on the broadcast. Thank you.
Well, we tried.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Well, I'm going to give you an opportunity to thank anybody you want to thank for getting you here or helped you out, or family, whatever. So the floor's yours.
Oh, you bet. Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife. She watches a lot of races. Kind of keeps me on track sometimes, so appreciate that. And she lets me race whenever I feel like it, so I'm happy with that. I'd also like to shout out to the sponsors here for putting on this race, and everybody else that's involved.
There you go, man. A few words, but most of them he uses that to steering wheel to express him for him. So congratulations on your third place finish tonight, bud.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thanks, Mike.
I'm gonna go on in.
He's talking, so we know he's there. Dante, you got Rod and Blaine in the booth. Dante,
Blaine.
Dante, Ricky. I'm sorry, I guess saying your name. I think I look at it like Christiana Ricci spells it kind of the same way, so that's why I was saying that. But we'll get it right.
Very good.
You led the most laps. You did have the points lead, a few races back. Last week, you got kind of back up there. I think, this should move you right back up there close to the points lead again.
Well, hey guys, first of all, this was a very long race tonight. Second, I'd like to acknowledge this is the first time I've made it to an interview for a podium finish this season, but unfortunately it's not going to stand, I will say that, sadly. But this was a very long race, and I think that our 84 Wawa car drove well, and we're not going to get the result that we deserve at this point in the season, but at the same time we also don't deserve it for many reasons. But this was a very long, enduring race, and I'm sure you got a lot of questions for me.
Well, the most important thing is you stayed out of all the trouble. For the most part, you were up front all night. Sometimes you just get knocked back a little bit when you come right back, and keeping the car clean there at the end. Unfortunately, just the way the stuff happened right behind you, you lost all your drafting help. You were able to get back in there, back behind Chuck McClure, but there again, you had you really didn't have a lot of help to get pushed back by him. So
yeah, I made the decision to move up the outside line because there was a clear numerical advantage there, and I didn't want to leave Chuck and Josh. In an ideal situation, I would have stayed on the bottom with them if we had one. We only needed one more person than what we had. If that was the case, I would have been confident enough to stay on the bottom line and ride it out. That was actually the original game plan. The problem is that outside line got a charge. We ride around under caution the whole race. I'm looking for a quick yellow to round the race out. You don't get it. You get down to the last lap or so of the race, and unfortunately the chaos and carnage that happens from close racing, Greg Lovell drove a great race. He didn't do anything wrong. Denny Carroll drove a great race. It's always fun to race against those guys. I'm real sorry about Randy Waugh's situation, and I'm real sorry that Josh Metallic unfortunately didn't make it to the finish. I clipped him. He didn't deserve to get wrecked. I just wanted back down. I wanted to protect the finish. It's just a shame that the podium finish tonight is not really going to stand, and that's how it is. I really support the league. I want to race clean. I never want to make a mistake that's going to impact anyone. But when desperation time came tonight, the reality of it is we didn't have enough practice tonight in desperation time. And that's the unfortunate thing when a race has so many cautions and goes on for an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, but you have to go where the momentum is. If you're up in the lead, you stay down at the bottom. You guys could have been back, who knows how far back. You could have dropped all the way back to around 10th. Just depends on how strong that upper line was. They had the momentum coming. You had to go up there, and it seemed like it was working rather well for you. The advantage with Chuck McClure having a bit of damage with Josh behind him, there wasn't really that many more people behind him. You had the great advantage, and then all of a sudden, all the cars right directly behind you were gone. Like I said, and then you were a sitting duck at that point.
That's the problem. You see, a lot of these situations rely on good, reliable help, and I like to be an independent, and I like to just come out and have fun. And at that point, that's the race for the win. It's unfortunate that you run a perfect race almost in your mind, and you basically get things taken from you close to the end, and you really can't do anything about it. I'm just upset that I unfortunately misjudged and more people got taken out that didn't deserve it. But at the end of the day, I don't deserve it either, but that's how it is.
So we'll have to see how that plays out in, the guys down there and how they...
it's on me, 100% on me. That's established. The problem I have is the number of cautions. I really want to have less caution flags the next time we come out here and do this.
Yeah, well, the advantage is you still have, you are a very talented Superspeedway racer, and you have 5 more races to get yourself back up there, back out front of that championship, and hopefully, take the championship for this season.
I'm going to give it a shot. We really have tried hard, and we've done everything we could to make some friends out here and work together with people the best we could. And, we've got to make it to victory lane unassisted, and we've got to do it soon. That's going to be the key to success here. My goal is to win a Superspeedway race, and I've got another one coming up Monday at RTG, and my hope is that I will not carry the same nerves or worry into that race, because I need to make sure that I continue to maintain myself and my reputation, and that's important to me. I'm just sorry that so many people got caught up in wrecks, and I feel bad for the one that's my responsibility. But, I really wish that somehow my luck would change. But, we'll try again next week.
There you go. Blaine, do you have any questions for Dante?
Well, I was thinking, you talk about the amount of yellows. I've never seen this many anywhere, really. It's just kind of one of those weird nights with something in the air. It was just bound to happen, I guess. But it's almost, I guess my question is, it's got to be more fatiguing just being under yellows so much, because you're never really up on the wheel. You're never really doing it. So then it's just yellow after yellow after yellow, and then you just start getting, like you said, you get frustrated, and it's just impossible to get going and actually concentrate.
No focus. Mm-hmm. You run with other people middle line. I never ran the top line all night, as far as I can remember. And it's restart after restart. You're trying to time every restart. You're trying to watch the numbers and the lines and how things move. And you have certain people on Whisper. You have certain people that, are talking with each other. And it's simply more and more difficult when the caution keeps coming out. That's what makes this a challenge. And we've got some great drivers here. I know next week we can have a better race.
Yeah, I have a feeling next week, like I said to Brian, I said, man, we'll come out here next week and there won't be one yellow. And tonight, I think the pace car beat you for most laps led. I think Matt had the stat. I think he beat you by 2.
He should have. He should have, with that number of yellows. At least 10 yellows and probably more incidents than that.
And this type of thing, it's so rare that there's no way that it'll happen again next week. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, unfortunately, it did tonight. And every once in a while, I guess we got to get it out of our system. There's just going to be a pile of accidents, big ones too, man. Like, and I don't even have the replay that the server reset so quick. I don't know if anybody got to save it.
Yeah,
maybe we don't want to save it.
I got it, but I really was hoping for a clean outcome, and one that would have just kept me in front of everyone. That's all. I'm sorry. This is probably my most frustrated interview ever, and it's quite ridiculous. This is the first time I'm even in the interview booth this season, and it won't stand. But at the same time, I want to thank both of you for your support and putting this broadcast on. This is a great league here. I want to thank Ken Roberts and Brian Wolf and Mike Vangelardi and Robert Spring and Garland and Rob Breedlove for putting this on and making this exciting and having a great place to race. I like having a different type of setup and track every night of the week. I do like the idea of having things slightly different here than, for example, in another league, because it gives us another perspective. It gives us a different way to learn, have fun, and challenge ourselves. It just means that, we have to think a little more about our drafting and when we choose to bump, among other things. But just to be clear, nobody gave a bad bump tonight, at least in my situations. It was just the way that systems work out, and winter weather, the cold definitely puts a hassle on the servers. I know a little bit about computers, so I'll step away here so that we get a good win to Chuck, good race to Brant Setter for getting that top 3 finish, and whoever got 4th is going to end up 3rd, but that's just how it is. And thank you to you guys for putting this on, and hopefully me and Denny and Randy can still have a good battle for the championship, and on top of anybody else who's able to get themselves back in the mix. Thank you, guys.
All right, there you go, Dante Ricky. Sorry. I gotta get that right.
Thanks, Dante.
Your second place driver for the night. So let's go see if we can find that there Chuck McClure guy. Chuck McClure, Rod and Blaine in the booth. You got a copy?
How's it going, guys?
Hey now.
So out there in a damaged car, running behind Dante Ricky, you had Josh Metallic behind you. You were in a good, kind of good safe place with the damaged car that you got. You get Ricky goes to the top groove, to go where the momentum's coming. You kind of thought, well, this is not good, and then all hell breaks loose in the high line. You were able to pull out there, and you come away with the win. I mean, the back of that thing was beat up pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I think everybody had damage. I just, I had a good pusher, and I was hoping Dante would stay down there. We were doing good together, but he had to block. I get what he did, but yeah, we just got lucky.
Oh, I'd rather be lucky than good any day.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't happen like that very often for me. I'm usually on the end of it, sitting on pit road with a beat-up car.
You had a beat-up car tonight. I was amazed that, like I said, you were in the situation where, behind Ricky, behind, you had Metallic behind you. Like I said, I thought that was, I didn't think that you would try to go anywhere because I wasn't 100% sure if you had your car would allow you to do so without somebody in front or behind you. When Ricky went up to the high side to block that, I thought, well, that's where the momentum was coming. He had to go up there, like you said. And then it kind of looked like for a minute that was probably the smart move for the victory until, like I said, all hell broke loose behind him. He lost all his help. And then I wasn't sure if you had a car enough to hold him off. I mean, I think if you had a car in great shape, you would have easily held him off. And I was like, wow, I don't know if he's gonna be able to do this or not. And by gosh, you pulled it off. And I see this is your 3rd race of the season. You've missed 2 of them. You're way down there in points. Next question is, now you got the victory under your belt. You're gonna come back, run the rest of the season.
I'm gonna try to. It's all work dependent, of course. It's fun running over here. I think there was a little problem with the server or something tonight, but I think that's why you got all damaged. I don't think it was bad driving.
Full moon. We were calling it a full moon.
Yeah.
Somewhere there's a full moon.
Yeah, there has to be somewhere. And when that last wreck happened, I had too big of a space between a big run on, and here they come. And I thought, well, I'm maybe third if I'm lucky. And I think we bumped doors there for a little bit and gave me a little bit more momentum than they did. And yeah, got real lucky.
Like I said, lucky. I'd rather be lucky than good anytime. I mean, that victory pays the most points. Obviously, I wouldn't say you can't. I mean, I think if you won from here on out, you might be able to, get up there at the top of the championship. Who knows? But you can't do it without friends, without help, without, it's this. I don't know how you guys do this. To me, afterwards, I get done with the broadcast. I'm like, been busy, been talking a lot, doing this, that. I go, I have a drink, I go to bed, no problem. After 66 laps, what you guys went through tonight, I think I'd just be, standing there in the corner, kind of.
Well, whiskey helps, and it takes me a couple hours after these races to calm down anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, the whiskey will unlock maybe a half hour off of that.
Yeah, that's just it. It's like paying, Tress with 20 people at 100, 200 miles an hour. How you guys do it sometimes, I just don't, I don't understand it. It's so much going on, and your mind is just, running through all the scenarios, and I just don't know how you guys can do these super speedway stuff.
Yeah, I've been doing it a long, long time, and every race is different, and every race is fun. No matter if I'm wrecked out first or whatever, it's a blast.
Blaine, you have a question for Chuck?
We usually talk about pit strategy, but I guess that was kind of out the window tonight. But I mean, some guys ended up pitting 20 times this evening. Was there any... There's got to be a certain point when you just know it's going to be one of those days where it's not even going to be a thing. You're not going to see a green flag pit stop. You just kind of concentrate on making a good pit stop, maybe gain some track position on pit road. But was there much else going on in that respect?
Honestly, there was a pit stop there with 23 to go, and I was going to be, of course, 3 laps short. And I thought, well, it looks like there's going to be some cautions. I'm not going to pit anymore. And then I got to talking to Josh, and he said, yeah, let's go. And of course, a couple cautions later, everybody had plenty. But starting fourth really helped. You can just pretty much floor the car, and you're not speeding on exit, and you're all good that way.
Well, we want to congratulate you on the win. We'll give you the opportunity to thank anybody and everybody you want to, so the floor is yours.
Well, I appreciate ASR and Ken Roberts for letting me race over here. It's a blast. It really is. Rodney for painting the car. Of course, you guys on TARNATION TV. It's a freaking awesome broadcast every time I watch them, and everybody here that helps put this on and pays for it. I really appreciate.
Thanks, Chuck.
All right, well, congratulations on your win. Hopefully we'll see you back here next week, maybe in Victory Lane again.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
All right, good job, bud.
Have a good night. And away he goes.
Away he goes. And I just looked over at the notes, and what was that? I think it was Cody Lamas. He says, whoops, I was so mentally drained, I pulled off because I thought race was over. And Rodney Sullins, I did the same thing, Cody, as well.
So exactly what we thought happened. Yeah. I'm like, why is Rodney coming out of the pits? Because he realized, oh, damn, it's not done yet. So then he had to speed back to where he was, and then just kind of did a little spinorama and took whatever position he got. And then that's why we saw after the line, Cody retired, and I'm like, no, that's the white flag, bro. And then just fell to the bottom. He would have had a podium finish.
Yeah, he would have been our third place interviewer for the night. Maybe we'll have to talk Brian into having him as a spotlight driver so we can give him a chance to talk about it.
But it's like with Dante and Chuck, all these guys were saying, it's hard to focus when you're driving that slow the whole time. Yeah. And it's you forget where you are. Okay, fine. Oh, finally the race is over. it's not. It's not over yet. And then, of course, stuff like that happens. But then, like even Dante's saying he was responsible for spinning Josh, so he's going to get penalized 1 lap on that. So Branstetter will get second, and then who was in third?
Oh gosh, who
was in fourth? I can back the broadcast up and check actually.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. I'm not really sure 100%.
Looks like Sullins.
I don't know.
Okay, see, because that was messed up.
Because it would have been Cody, and then I think Sullins.
Yeah. But then Sullins bailed.
So did Cody. Job, guys.
Yeah. Branstetter, Sullins. So it still comes in as Sullins from what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Cody dropped off the list. Sullins remains fourth. And then the Bombard.
Okay.
It might actually be Bombard.
I was thinking, look at.
As I said, I don't have the export. I'm just going back on the broadcast and seeing like what.
Yeah, it had that shut off so quick. I was unable to see the replay or the export, which we usually do. So we need to next week. We have a little bit more information on where everybody finished and whatnot. So that made it harder.
Yeah, I'm going off the ticker on the broadcast because that's all we've got. So it's. Anyway, it was an ordeal, I guess. It's too bad it was, there's so many yellows, but like I said, it doesn't happen very often, and it's been a few years, actually, since I've seen a race with that many yellows. But hey, man, we're always due for one eventually to come back around, so we'll get that out of our system, and then we'll finish the last half of this Saturday night series, as we do have 5 races to go until it's completed. We'll do it in glorious fashion, I promise. Because these guys, they all know what they're doing. They're all Superspeedway veterans.
Definitely are. They're some of the best racers in the Superspeedway business out there for sure.
Well, I guess that's it, man. What are we doing now? 2.5 hours? It's a little bit longer than usual, so thanks for sticking with us. As always, everybody commenting on the YouTube channel, thank you very much for doing so. Everybody who has subscribed and interacted and done all the cool stuff, thank you very much. Brian Wolf at Fluid Studios, David Chin at All-Star Racing League, thank you very much. Of course, also to Bryant Motorsports Auto Sales for sponsoring the broadcasts this season on Saturdays. Can't do it without all the people involved. Of course, all the drivers coming in here again with a full field stacked.
Yeah, we missing a few drivers and picked up a few drivers. So if we can get all of them all together, we could probably get up closer to 38. Close to a 40-car field. Might
even be a knockout qualifier sometimes. We got too many; they're not all gonna fit. We got to figure out how to make it all work. But
interesting to see how many we have next week. How many wives let the husband get out there and race? So
yeah, the 14th. Yeah, the 14th of February. But I'll take the wife to breakfast.
Yeah, they're gonna
have
their breakfast or lunch or get the stuff done early enough so that they can have the opportunity to come in here and race.
That's it, man.
Catch us tonight, SMO.
Yes.
Monday night. Are we there yet?
Yep, on the alternate channel, TARNATION TV Turbo. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then
we're out there back at RTG with Seth Cole and Michael Norman or Kyle Mathers, is it?
Yep. Matthews, Norman, Cole. And then back here next Saturday.
Next Saturday again.
Yeah, so as always, thanks again to everybody involved. We couldn't do it without you. If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice.
Well, I'm standing at the station, a suitcase in my hand. I'm standing at the station, a suitcase in my hand. But that train won't bring my baby back.